Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sport of Kings. Brian the Grizzly here with Brandman Brandon. What's up, man?
Ugh.
You survived the weekend.
I did. My first time going to that music festival, and I'll probably start going every year. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I
Yeah.
heard a lot of people were talking about the whole weekend and that they could not make it. They couldn't hang. I heard 21-year-olds saying they couldn't hang the whole weekend. I was like,
Mhm.
I got a guy who can hang the whole weekend. He
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
it was fun, man. A lot of the musical acts were good. Like Hootie and the Blowfish, my first night were a lot of fun. Um, the second night was probably my favorite. Lainey Wilson performed. She was great. And I don't know if you're familiar with Jordan Davis. He, but that dude performed like a long show. He was on stage for like 2 hours. It was insane,
Damn.
and he did a lot of covers. And then Blake Shelton, who I could take or
Like
leave. I
Shelton.
don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, he's like he's a little too vanilla for me. But yeah, I don't really care too much about him. He's fine. But overall it was a fun vibe.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you
Mhm.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
she missed you on Thursday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, you were missed. That's the biggest thing.
Hmm.
What up, Tony?
What's going on, Tony?
Said it has begun. Spoiler combat. I appreciate you, Teague. All right, I'm gonna start up and get through some of these comments real quick. Yeah, Fernando, what's happening? He said Conor McGregor getting his ass kicked was fun. In 2 minutes, he's giving up. It's crazy. The Vampire Lestat, July 19th season finale airs from 8 p.m. to 10:03. Bro, the Vampire Lestat is the best thing on TV. I don't know if I enjoy it because it's so long and the details and all the action stuff that happened and the feelings and all. Bro, the acting was second to none.
The acting was peak. It was so top tier. Um,
You right.
just all around the board. Everyone was just bringing their A game. Um, like I said, it stood out so much to me. I had to run it back. I had to.
Delaney is
Mhm.
phenomenal.
Yeah, just absolutely. And like I'm not much for recasting, but I think that was one of the occasions where the actor change was an upgrade. I think her kind of intensity and even her features, because she's kind of got some more of those intense, kind of sharper features than Bailey Bass did. And I think that suits where they are with the character. Um, and and just kind of the dual acting, because she's technically playing two different characters on this season.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I think
big
Bailey
testament to her.
looked younger.
Mhm.
I think Delaney, I don't care. She did a phenomenal season 2, phenomenal time during that season
Mhm.
2, and what we saw tonight was epic. Her
Yep.
anger, her things that she was saying, and it's funny. Like I thought when they're yelling and stuff like that, I was gonna feel sorry for Louis. I did not. I
No,
did not feel sorry for either of them. So
no. I had a hard time doing that myself.
Fernando says
No.
Moana's on T to lose $120 million. Ouch. It made $43 million, I think, domestically. I don't know what the number is worldwide yet. It was so they're at $95 million worldwide. Look, we can say what we want to say about Moana. It's going to make half, it's gonna make some money. I mean,
Mhm.
we'll make more money than Supergirl.
Mhm. I thought it was going to burst out of the woodwork with more money opening weekend.
It has a lot of negative stuff around it. I saw it. I'll tell you what we think about it when we get to the review.
Mhm.
But I definitely saw it.
Mhm.
Michael's now over $1 billion. Michael's made it over. Toy Story 5 is at 879 million already.
Yep. I saw that.
I was like, almost $900 million. Good Lord. So expect season 3's trailer for Mayfair to air right before the finale starts. I always saw the teaser trailer. Did you see anything other than teaser trailer?
I've seen nothing. I think if they showed it if they showed it during the vampire Lestat, it was probably like when I stood up to go get food or go to the bathroom or something.
Okay. I want to kind of skip around because we're behind. Spoiler Kings with the last night's episode with the Vampire Lestat. The Vampire Chronicles has wrapped up book 7, Merrick, which oddly enough plot started in part 2 of Interview with the Vampire. I think I talked to you about Merrick when we were in the back. Episode 5, when Louis tried to cook himself by sunlight only for it to not work, is something that happens in Merrick. The severed vampire head thing. Survival time was teased in episode 3, the Vampire Lestat, but also with the marketing like the choker Lestat wore in one of the trailers. So said Evil Dead Burn made $25 million. Toy Story made $880 million already.
Evil Dead Burn was crazy.
Dude, I don't know. Never going to know about it because I'm never going to watch it. So, Tang, did you see the video I sent you today? I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. My bad. That's my fault.
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying. Anything Evil Dead related, I have to watch. Whether it's like kind of the hokey, tongue-in-cheek Sam Raimi ones, or even the more kind of like horror-based ones, because it can work both ways. But yeah,
not me. You ever see me watching Evil Dead? Something's wrong. Collector says, hey Tank, did you see the video I sent you today about Warner Brothers and Paramount merger? 12 states have put forward their reasoning to the judge that the deal should not go through. It's going to go through. And John Kipper did a video saying he doesn't believe that the deal will be blocked, but he thinks that it could be on hold until the litigation goes through and everything. And if that's true, after October, if Paramount can't get the deal done, they're going to have to start paying Warner Brothers shareholders $650 million per day. Well, then your stock price probably just dropped too.
Pretty much.
So, and if the litigation takes up a year or longer, Paramount will be in trouble. Paramount won't be in trouble. They'll be fine. They'll figure out a way to get it done. Please read all the messages. They're important. Yeah, we'll talk about it, but I don't think it actually changes anything. Nothing at all from what I'm here seeing. And the government still has a hold on all this stuff, and I don't think it's going to change even a little bit. Paramount has announced that they are doing a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street per Hollywood Reporter, Variety, and Deadline.
They still haven't learned their lesson from the first time they tried to remake it. Remember how that turned out?
It is, but it's an iconic thing, and if they're starting to get a horror resurgence, why wouldn't they try themselves with Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, if they learn from their mistakes the last time they tried to remake it, because that 2010 remake I'm still pretty angry about. So bad.
So I don't care about Nightmare on Elm Street. I think the longer the litigation goes, Paramount is set to lose $10 million as long as the litigation goes on correct. Yeah, they won't lose that much money. So I love Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Is my second favorite horror franchise next to Saw. What is your top 3 horror franchises?
Top 3 horror franchises. It's a good question. I'd probably say Nightmare on Elm Street, because even the lesser ones are still entertaining to me. They're still watchable, and that goes from that does not include the remake, but it does include like Freddy versus Jason. So I'd say those. I'd say Probably the Halloween franchise,
Halloween's a good one. Okay.
most of them, because I think that so I think the top two are awesome, or the very first two are awesome. I think some of the ones kind of after that are fine. Um, the newer ones that have come out in the past like 8 7 8 years, I thought the first one was a great start from 2018. Halloween Kills was crap, but it as like a pure like slasher movie, as a brainless slasher movie, it's entertaining. And then we try not to talk about Halloween Ends. Um, but yeah, I could still watch most of them. And I'd say
Not
so we're going
Scream.
for horror. I'm kind of leaning towards Scream. I could say Scream, yeah. Because all the I could watch, like, I haven't bothered with Scream 7, but the rest of them I can have rewatch value.
I'm gonna go. And this has to be all old because I don't do horror movies anymore. Not in my
Mhm,
life. I don't need it. Child's Play.
mhm,
Child's Play is there for me.
mhm.
Nightmare on Elm Street would be up there for me. And I don't know if this counts, but Final Destination.
Final Destination's a good one.
Dude,
Mhm.
I see logs on the expressway. I get off.
Yeah, those movies have made me develop a phobia of a lot of everyday things. Well, heck, man, I almost wanna say, even though I had 3 of them, we were just talking about this, I love the Evil Dead movies.
Mhm.
But, um, because yeah, you can, like I said, they work when they're, like, hokey, like, B movies when Sam Raimi's doing his thing, or even kind of the newer ones, it's just pure horror movies, they work.
All
Mhm,
right. Mama Bear
mhm,
says Nightmare, Exorcist, and Alien.
mhm.
I like Aliens more than I like Alien. Is that weird?
Aliens, the sequel?
Yeah.
No, I love Aliens more than Alien. Aliens is they're both great,
They're both good.
but
Don't
yeah,
get me wrong. I'm not saying one is not is better than the other. I'm just
yeah,
one's not both not good, but I like Aliens more.
mhm, yeah, because I like the combination of horror and, like, sci-fi action
We got
with
Tony in the
Aliens. I think
building.
it's mhm,
He says Freddy over Michael and Jason.
yeah,
Yeah.
mhm.
Literally, yeah, I agree. What up, Sheet?
What's going on, Sheed?
Tony says Screen 7 was a fart in the crowded elevator.
Yeah, I was never gonna see that. They did Melissa Barrera dirty, I ca so, they will not that movie will never see a dime of my money.
I'm gonna go back to what Collector said. He said, I thought this episode of House of Dragon was pretty good, but I would say it was my least favorite episode of the season so far. I hated the episode. I was telling Tank, man,
Mhm.
bro, I hated the episode. It was, I don't know if you can you hate something you fell asleep on 3 times and then did not miss anything.
Mhm. Well, if you fell asleep on it trying to watch it 3 times, I think that pretty much says it all, just of how, you know.
They have really good episodes. That one, I did not. It was not for me. But they can't all be bangers, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna have a dip in something, maybe.
Mhm.
So it wasn't for me, man. Says I've been watching the 6 Christopher Nolan movies so far. I have 3 more to watch. I have Dark Knight Rises. Watch the next Interstellar and then Dunkirk. Skip a Tenet. My last will be Oppenheimer. Is it weird? So, Tenet pisses me off, but I like Tenet more
I
than I
don't like
like Dark
Tenet.
Knight Rises. I don't like Dark
Yeah,
Knight Rises.
I don't yeah, I think Dark Knight Rises is just trash. Um, I don't like Tenet because it was just kind of a frustrating movie to me. like I appreciate what Nolan was going for more than the execution. Um, and yeah, in Dark Knight Rises, you could just tell Nolan was finished. He wanted to move on to something else.
I think Tenet tried to be Memento way too hard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Memento was lightning in a bottle. Um, you know, definitely still one of my favorite Nolan movies. That's what really made me pay attention to him.
Bro, it's like the greatest in the world. Like, dude, the ending is so phenomenal. I
Yeah,
love it so bad, so much,
yeah,
man.
Memento is amazing. But yeah, Tenet and Dark Knight Rises are like, the bottom of the Nolan barrel for me. Um, Other than that, for me, like he doesn't he very seldom, he doesn't miss. Um, I loved Oppenheimer. Interstellar, as I give it rewatches, it grows on me.
I love Interstellar.
Yeah, Interstellar's been growing on me. Um, I love obviously Inception. I love The Prestige.
I talk
I,
about the Prestige. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I think Insomnia was a good follow up to Memento. Excuse me. And obviously I love the first two his first two Dark Knight movies.
I
You know,
had, and you love Batman Begins, and I hate it. I thought they
I
did Ra's al
love
Ghul
Batman.
so bad. Ra's al Ghul
Yeah,
should have been way better. They should not have killed him off right away. I that makes me so angry.
yeah. I think it was the Batman origin story that I was kind of waiting for. And it was, after Batman and Robin, it's like,
Any
we need
Batman
some.
movie would have been fine.
Yeah, we need some respect on Batman's name. So yeah, I think for the most part, and especially for like that grounded, hyper realistic take that Nolan was going for, it really did a lot for me. I liked how he made it feel plausible.
Listen,
And
Ra's al Ghul, you need to do more. You gotta do more with him.
yeah, and I get the why they'd start with that character, but yeah, I see what you're saying. They could have done more with the character. The whole bait and switch.
Just
Um,
didn't do anything for me. I could that bothers me. Those are the things that kind of just got me a little
mhm,
bit, man.
yeah. Yeah, the bait and switch. I get that. You know, for like the grounded take, really they could have gone with someone else, you know, as a start off villain, but I get what they were trying to do with tying the villain into his origin and his
Yeah, but you
training,
didn't
that
have to
sort of thing.
use him
So
right then. You could have used Bane right there if you really wanted to.
yeah,
I call him
yeah, I get
Bane.
that.
Everyone's saying
Mhm,
how they missed you. So
mhm.
Sanju say it first. He says reports that Adam Driver is MCU's Magneto. Thoughts?
I don't know if I buy that just yet. I only just saw that a couple hours ago. I'm not sure. I don't. I have such a hard time
What
kind
up,
of.
Tank?
What's
What up,
going on,
Tank?
Tank? I have such a tough time buying into a lot of the rumors, especially ones like that. I need to see something official. I need to see something official from like Feige himself.
They're not going to announce it, but San Diego Comic Con would be an interesting place to do those things.
Yeah, it would. And I know the movie's still in like the development stages. There's rumors that they're talking with these actors, all that kind of thing. But I'm waiting for something more official before I, before I invest in it.
What did I say? It was Tina. She said she asked, so you guys don't like recasting, you don't like race bending, you don't like this, you don't like that, but you love Adam Driver as Magneto. You know he's not Jewish, right? And I just couldn't laugh. I thought that was You got me there. You got me there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, how it's going to be impossible to find a person young enough that lived the Holocaust.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the
yeah.
that's what I'm most interested in.
Well,
Like,
didn't Patrick? They said Patrick Wilson for Professor X.
I would not hate that because I've always liked Patrick Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a great actor. I think he's a very likable actor, which is like even when he plays villains, I kind of can't help but like the guy. He and I think even when Charles does kind of unscrupulous things, you still have to kind of like him. I'd be curious to see what Patrick Wilson would bring to the role.
Dude, I went on a rant last night on Anzo's channel. So yeah. What's up, Anzo? But I went on a rant with him talking about how much I've been pretty standard with this. Professor X is a villain. He's a damn villain. He's killed teenagers. He's killed children. He's used children for his own war.
For his own army.
Yeah.
He's taking the way that the Germans did to Jewish people. He used it in his tactics in war. He is a villain. He uses so many different people. He reads your mind without your consent. He is a villain. I don't care. He's not the worst of all people, man.
Yeah. You know they're gonna friendly him up for the for the movie, and
dude, Magneto called him the Saint. So maybe I played the devil so to make push more people towards the Saint. I was like, come on, man. Come on, don't he ain't a saint. A saint what? Bernard? No, he's not a saint.
That's why I think in the show or even in movies, you gotta build up to that. You know, you gotta build up to that, like where it's he's a good guy, but then he starts doing bad stuff, but then you're like, oh well, it's justified, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it starts getting to a point where you're like, oh damn, you know, like, you know, Cyclops hates him. You know, like that's a problem. You know, like and Cyclops is right to hate him.
Well, Cyclops is also kind of not a good person.
I mean, Cyclops is also, but like at least Cyclops, I think he was going down the road of what Professor was doing, and then I think he, you know, caught himself. What is it too late or not? I mean, that's up to the reader, but it, you know, in the current storyline, you know, Cyclops hates Professor X, you know, like hates him, you know, for all the shit he did.
So Mama Bear says Adam Driver is too young. He's 42 years old to be Magneto, especially if you have Patrick Wilson, who is 53, being Professor X. I don't feel like they mesh very well together. Like that's like, you know.
Yeah, it's a weird combo.
Yeah. Like,
I like Adam Driver. Him as Magneto.
You have to go a younger if Professor X if you're gonna go there.
Yeah, you know, like was that 11-year difference? That might be a little too much.
Because he doesn't look 42.
Yeah,
you know, and they need to be around this. Brandman is make Brandman Magneto. It's like you don't look that you're not old enough. You don't look like you have that wisdom behind you. You don't look like you have the anger of you know of the Holocaust behind you. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, and that's something that's really important that they need. I can't picture age wise, I can't picture Adam Driver from just kind of a from a physical standpoint. I can't really see it. I'm having trouble seeing him kind of tackle that militant side of Eric. I'm even having trouble picturing what he'd look like as Magneto. It would just look very strange to me.
Just never have his helmet on. He just always taking it off.
Helmet on. Yeah.
Where he goes.
And even with the helmet on, I just
funny.
I just picture that looking very strange. I'm not sure about that.
I mean, but it seems like everyone's saying it. AOL.com, comic book news. I think I saw Everything Always Says Something. Is it what was it? I haven't seen a variety, so that's why I'm looking. But IMDb's been talking about it. But they still call it rumored. So I don't know. But it is a lot of places, but none of the trades are confirming it yet. We're just hearing it from other people. So
my God, insiders.
Yeah. So unless they're going for a younger man, 100%.
X-Men, they are.
Yeah,
But,
and
that's young.
Yeah, and I know they're going for someone. Probably want to go for someone with enough longevity to carry a 10 plus year franchise.
How old is Sadie Sink? Sadie Sink is 24.
Yeah.
So I mean,
43
that's
42. It's not the worst. No.
Yeah, I mean, you can age him up a little bit and say he's 50.
Can you see Adam Driver being 50?
Yeah,
I barely see him as 42.
No,
I mean, you give it more grayish hair.
Yeah,
I think it'll work.
Yeah, dye his hair gray. Give him a gray wig. Throw some prosthetics on him.
Yeah, because that might be the issue you have.
Young.
Yeah, because you might need to get somebody who is in their 40s, possibly even 50, like Patrick Wilson, like 53, and then make them look older so they can be around for a while. You know what I mean?
But if you, I mean, Adam Driver without facial hair looks 15.
Yeah,
sure does.
So it's hard for me to think of him as Magnus. It's just so much.
Yeah.
All right. So Magnus, the best Magnus has been from 1992 to 2026 in X-Men the animated series. 100%.
That's my go-to. Magneto. I loved Michael Fassbender.
I do too.
As far as live action goes, I know this is going to sound blasphemous, but I kind of like, even though the quality of the prequel run was kind of all over the place, there were elements from Michael Fassbender that I preferred over Ian McKellen. I'm sorry, but there were. I know that's going to sound super blasphemous, and that's not at all a knock on the great Ian McKellen, but there were. I think Michael Fassbender just kind of tackled that whole kind of man of action, type, element that I associate with Eric. I think they kind of went more into his resentment towards humans a little more thoroughly. There were elements of Fassbender that I definitely preferred over McKellen.
Hey guys, I know about Sam Neill. I'm just not going to do it when we're still doing the intro. I'm going to get some time for Sam Neill. So we're all, I'm not going to say go from X-Men and and Magneto to just going Sam Neill. So I got you.
Let me wake up real quick.
Let's not do that right now. For cinema, he will always be a saint. But that's not him.
It takes a while, but that's the thing is you have to build him as a saint, oh, he's the good guy, he's Professor X, he cares about people, and then that's why in the comic books, that's why it's such a surprise, oh yeah, what he did to Wolverine, what he did here, what he did to
start looking back,
Cyclops' brother,
and
then it's just a pile up.
Looking at all this stuff, what he's doing, he does the Jean Grey, what he does,
he
does do all these things to people all the time,
Yeah. So then, when you go back and you start looking at it, you're like, oh damn, you kind of start you're kind of blind to it at one point, and then it crosses a line, and then you're like, wait a minute, but that's how it should be, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, you go back to something like Game of Thrones, where you're like, oh well, everything's fine, and then wait, what? When did she become a genocide maniac? So if it needs to be a buildup to something like that, and it took decades in the comic books, decades. So
I said Professor X is the Paul Treaties of X-Men.
That's good. That's good. That is good. That is good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I think you're justified at first, and then
and then realize wow,
Well,
everything inside you is kind of bad.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah.
really start to look at it. I mean, even the idea of Onslaught.
yeah.
What,
You know,
what he did
Onslaught's
to
like
his
one of his
sister
original.
in the womb. He killed his sister in the womb. The dude
Yeah.
was born evil.
Mhm.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe that's just every time I look at him, I'm like, man, you are like not good.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, let's keep going. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I like Patrick Stewart, Ian McClellan better than the two younger actors.
Mhm.
I like Patrick
fair.
Stewart.
I
Yeah,
like Patrick Stewart.
Mm.
Oh, I like James McAvoy. But yeah, Patrick Stewart. There was obviously no other choice for Professor X. You couldn't get more spot on than that. But yeah, I think I did prefer Patrick Stewart.
He is
With-
perfect. Like he was the
he is
perfect
Professor X.
casting for Professor X.
Mhm.
I thought Michael Fassbender works for Magneto because the storylines of Magneto are just there's so many like him having a family, doing
Yeah.
he went through so many evils that people that humans did to him
Mhm.
over and over and over. So like
Yeah.
I don't think we get that as much with the Professor X. We get more with Magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely. But yeah, I think both worked well for what they were going for with the older versus younger incarnations. James McAvoy did a lot with the role and kind of made it his own.
Is it weird? I thought James McAvoy did a great job,
Mhm.
but it didn't feel like Professor X.
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
Someone was always off.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
That's just
Well, we're not
that's
used
not
to
who he is.
we're not used to seeing I guess we're not used to seeing Professor X as a young man and doing things with his powers that most young men would do. Like, who wouldn't use like their telepathic abilities to hit on girls and stuff like that? So that was kind of fun that they kind of messed around with that in X-Men First Class, and then like heck, him in Days of Future Past was like, I'm like, this is Professor X. Holy crap!
It's, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't feel like it just didn't feel.
Mhm.
No,
I
he did a great job. I
agree.
enjoyed it, but I just didn't know if it felt the way.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So we get past all that because now we can kind of talk about the somber news. I mean,
Yeah.
what Jurassic Park is probably my first blockbuster I ever saw.
Yeah.
And like loved, and even when I think about Jurassic Park, I think about all the main characters or the best characters. Sam Neill is synonymous for me.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably the most synonymous actor as far as I'm concerned with Jurassic Park, because I think whenever I think of Jurassic Park, I always think of Dr. Grant.
Mhm.
I don't think of any of the later characters. It was always Dr. Grant who was like the face of the franchise for me.
And to see him get older is kind of crazy to even mention like that he's getting older.
Mhm.
So it kind of threw me for a loop when I was reading today. I was like, 74? Since when?
Yeah.
Like when did that happen? I don't remember this happening. And it was kind of a shock, right?
Yeah. And even with a lot of and he was always consistently acting. He was in a ton of stuff. He I always think of, in addition to Jurassic Park, I always think of Event Horizon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always, which is like one of the most underrated sci-fi horror movies.
Yeah.
He what was another one that he was in?
The
Merlin TV.
The Merlin was great. Was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did a lot of great stuff, and he was always consistently working. And even though I was really kind of like, I wasn't crazy about what was it, Jurassic World Dominion. He seeing Dr. Grant in all his glory come back was amazing.
It was the best part.
It was the best part of it.
Yeah, it really was.
So he had cancer during the pandemic, and then he beat it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Also champion for endangered animals. I mean, being from New Zealand, how many people do you know? People, not even actors from New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he's the only one I think of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Said Event Horizon in the Mouth of Madness, Merlin TV series, and upcoming Godzilla Supernova. He will be in. So
the Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man
is the one I remember. Like it's Robin Williams, but then he's the dad. He's the one who buys the robot.
Yep.
And like he's such a good character there because like. Yeah, while like the company wanted to buy him back and experiment on, he's like, no, he's special and Bicentennial Man is another like I think underrated movie that was really good.
Dude. Yeah, but we'll take this second to give him moments of silence for him, and rest in peace and thank you for all the great memories and all the great movies that we were able to go back and relive and remember our youth, I guess. So rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
All right, see what else you guys are saying. So one of the movies I wanted to see is Piano, and then Daybreakers. I want to see that. You want to find it somewhere because now that we get rid of all the physical media, can't find it.
Yeah. I kind of remember The Piano, but it was a long time since I watched it. So, but I remember it being pretty good. I remember it being like, I believe that's a timepiece, right? Like it was set back in like whatever year. So I remember when I first watching, I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this. But I remember
it was like when we were like 8.
Yeah, it came out like
8 or 9, like 93, 94, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, like early 90s.
Hugh Jackman's from New Zealand? I always thought he was Australian.
I thought he was Australian.
Me too. I thought he was just from Australia.
I always thought he was from Australia. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's Australian. He was born in Australia.
Yes, he's Australian. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, yeah. Taika Waititi, he's New Zealand.
Which makes sense. Carl Urban is too. I think Carl Urban.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah.
It's Carl Urban. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
That's awesome. Okay. The more you know.
Yeah, man.
I want to see his Possession.
That was like one of his like early movies, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Possession was one of his early ones. I know he was in Dead Calm, which was like one of Nicole Kidman's first major roles.
We won't hold Taika against New Zealand. Oh man, the Sonya Blaze actress is from New Zealander. Okay.
Jessica McNamee? I thought she was Australian.
That's what's crazy.
Let's see.
Well, she was born in Australia, so
yeah, she's born in Sydney, Australia.
So
I mean, she's gorgeous. But who knew? Who knows? All right.
Yeah, she is.
You up enough? You ready to go ahead and take over?
Yeah. Famous New Zealand actors. Peter Jackson. Oh yeah.
Oh, Peter Jackson.
But I mean,
more
of a director.
Is. Yeah.
It says Russell Crowe. I guess he was born in New Zealand, but
lives in Australia.
Yeah. Anna Paquin. Another one. Yeah. Yeah. Besides that, there's really not that many.
If I live in New Zealand, will I leave?
Right.
Like why where am I going to go that's going to be more beautiful than New Zealand? Why am I leaving?
Right.
Oh,
What do
Lucy
you have to
Lawless,
show me?
Xena,
Oh, rally.
Xena, yeah,
Warrior Princess. Let's go.
yeah. And Jermaine Clement, he's he's so funny, man. I love him.
Yeah, he
Like a
is.
white titty.
Take a while.
Uh,
Oh, all right. Where we at?
we're in here. We got trailers to go. We got a lot of stuff that we got to discuss. I already talked about how the Vampire Lestat is the best thing on TV. Period.
Hands down. Hands down.
Dude.
I know when and I'm so glad me and Brandon didn't spoil anything in our group chat.
Mhm.
I'm so glad we didn't spoil anything for you.
Bro.
Because when you said you didn't watch it, the first thing that popped in my head was like, I'm so glad we didn't get into details
Mhm.
in our group chat.
I
'Cause me
had
and
no
Brandon-
clue.
me and
When I
Brandon
hit
were like, oh my
play,
God.
I was like, I thought it was going one way. I thought the whole show was going one way, one direction, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So my wife stopped it and she was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Yeah, I know this is crazy, right?"
Yeah.
And then they sit on the bench and they finally, everything's kind of getting copacetic, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go find a trailer and then go off on our own." And then chitty chitty bang bang.
That would be nice. It would be. And then holy shit. Yeah.
Fuck you, Daniel.
Straight up. That's why I said in that group chat, I'm like, we need to find a book reader who knows like the books, because I'm like, was that in the books? Like I don't know if that was in the books or not. Like I feel I just don't know. So I was like, damn, like I need somebody a book person.
Came in and said some things about the book. About it was really adapted from Merrick. A lot of stuff.
Epic. Yeah.
Yeah. Last night's episode, Vampire Lestat, the Vampire Chronicles wrap up book 7, Merrick, which oddly enough plot started in part 2 of Interview with the Vampire. Episode 5, when Louis tried to cook himself in sunlight, only for it to not work, was something that happened in Merrick. This severed vampire head thing, survival time is teased. In episode 3 of Vampire Lestat, but also with the marketing like the choker Lestat wore in the trailers.
Yeah.
I said they got lost in the book aisle again. That's us.
Monique said the Merrick witch scene was in the Merrick book, and that makes sense. But also, I feel like it makes sense to do it right now because of what's going on with the characters, and also Mayfair witches. Like I feel like they're like, okay, we need to throw a life raft to that show
to Mayfair
somehow, So
yeah.
I think bringing that character, and in my head, I never read Merrick or know anything really about it, just besides I know it was a book in the series. I always thought it was a dude, and then I'm like, why would it be a dude? Like it's a Mayfair, so every Mayfair is a woman, so like that would make sense. But yeah, man, it was something. That was something. That's why when I saw you today and you're like, oh, I didn't watch it, but he goes, but I think I know where it's going. I'm like, no, you don't.
I'm watching the stuff, and you see him practicing the songs and he's singing, and you see what's it, Sophia, whatever, and Louis sitting there, and
doing
and
the
you're trying to
rehearsal.
see who's he singing to, and then focusing on it, and then all of a sudden you understand exactly what's going on, and you can see he's focusing on Louis, and then the love there, and he finds Lestat's deepest, darkest secrets and all this stuff, and then you find more love. Maybe I should stop. Let's just stop.
Yeah, that was such a great. That's why me and my wife were talking about it afterward, and I'm like, that might be one of the best penultimate episodes I've seen in a long, probably since the Red Wedding. The Red Wedding was a penultimate where it just blew my mind. Where I'm like, what's gonna happen now? Like I'm like, so like this was another like level, like Red Wedding level for me. So yeah.
Totally.
What is that?
No, just like he said, when you guys mention Mayfair witches, I could only think of Alexandra Daddario in the
I am right there with you.
That's the only reason to watch it. Yeah.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
So
I
like
get
the
it.
group chat is literally just the three of us. It's just yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
it's
That's
our,
just because we do talk about shows, inside show stuff, and things like that. You know.
yeah, like how we're gonna set stuff up. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's just us. And we got Heart. What's up, Heart?
What a heart of green,
Graham.
girl. I see you.
Yeah, it went off the rails in another bookmark and then went back to Vampire Lestat, which you know, it's not a bad way to do it. You know, like as a TV person only who hasn't read any of the books, you know, taking multiple because there's so many books, you know, and taking all of them and kind of like being able to merge it together the way, you know, I think they want to make like a universe that you know. So, and I know that was one thing it was the Immortal universe. That's what they're trying to do, but just all the other shows suck. It's like when you have Interview that's just peak. That's something like the Vampire Lestat might be one of the best shows of 2026. And we're only halfway through the year, and
dude, that was one of the best
penultimate
things I've seen.
You know, like it's
X-Men 97 has a
chance.
chance. X-Men 97 has a chance.
X-Men 97 is amazing.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite things right now. Not just show, it's just one of my favorite things that currently exists right now.
Yeah.
It is so awesome.
Yeah, because Silo, you know, I'm hoping that's gonna be another good season, but Vampire Lestat's definitely gonna be in the top 3, you know, of like best shows this year for me.
Paradise was so good.
Paradise was really good.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms was really good. Whittle's Bay I thought was pretty good. The Pit is always good.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a special place in my heart for the Vampire Lestat. I thought that they've done such an amazing job.
It's doing so good. Yeah. X-Men 97 season not holding punches. So I know a lot of people are not liking it. You know, they're like, oh, it's too convoluted, it's too much going on. So it's not as hitting it. There's a lot of people who are not loving it as much as they did season 1.
When I rise to power, those are the first people that will get exterminated.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we talking about Lestat? Not yet. I think we'll probably let's watch this Digger trailer because I'm really curious to see what this Digger trailer is. Because I haven't watched it. I know it came out this morning, and I didn't watch it. I
haven't watched anything about it. I'm hoping we finally get a good look at what Tom Cruise looks like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I saw it on the poster at the beginning. So
I haven't even seen the poster. I've been avoiding everything until we watched it as a group.
I had to download it, so
yeah.
So we'll probably do Lestat in about 15-20 minutes or something.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get this because I am curious to see how what it is, because it's especially like hearing all these like people who were at CinemaCon, like, oh, it was so great, that trailer was so great, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, like,
yeah, and like none of the trailers have I'm very interested because it seems like a lot has been kept under wraps, other than it's a comedy and it's from the director of Birdman.
Birdman.
Let me see if I can get this real quick.
Wow. So I was just looking at X-Men 97, and it got episode 4 got a 10 out of 10. That was rated. Epic. They're rated very high.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All the shows are rated high.
Yeah. But that's why I was like surprised. Like, there's some people on the internet that are just like, yeah, it's not doing as good. I'm like, really? I think it's better than season 1. Season 1 was such a throwback.
Stupid person is John Campia. He's stupid. I love you, John Campia. No, I don't.
Yeah. I understand that struggle.
Yeah. So. Oh man. All right. Yeah, let's check out this trailer, and then we'll get into our 2 shows.
Okay.
Probably not do a movie review.
Yeah.
We do one. Did you see it, Birdman? If not, I mean, I'm not expecting you to see it.
I did not see Moana. I saw Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah, which I I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna
Mhm.
watch that
No.
because I do want to see that.
If I want to watch Moana, I'll pull up Disney Plus.
Exactly. You're not wrong.
I'll tell you what my kids saw about it
Yeah.
later.
All right. All right, let's check out this trailer. All right, what is up? Welcome back to Spoiler Kings. We got another trailer reaction for you guys tonight. Sorry, as soon as I started talking, it was like
I was like, you
frog
see
my
the
head
sneeze coming.
sorry. But yeah, we have another trailer reaction for you guys tonight. This one, we got the teaser a while back, but now we got the official first look of Digger, Tom Cruise. Everyone that saw it at CinemaCon was raving about it. So, wow, let's see if it's another good one, because Tom Cruise does some weird stuff at times.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Maybe he
let's
wants
check
his
it out.
Oscar this year.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know what I was
this
expecting,
looks
but that wasn't
really
it.
Me neither. And we haven't had much to go on with the previous trailers, but I kind of like when Tom Cruise does roles like this. And I'm kind of liking the kind of dark, kind of Doctor Strangelove-esque comedic angle they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the director does, like I kind of got some of the Birdman vibes from it. And yeah, I guess we still don't know a whole lot about the plot, but I kind of like kind of off kilter stuff like this, especially when someone like Tom Cruise is known for action roles, kind of distances himself from that from time to time. So yeah, this looks super strange. It looks super bizarre. Everything about it looks super bizarre from the way that it's shot, from way like a lot of the way the shots are framed, just looks very, very out there. But I'm kind of here for it because when I heard who was directing it, that's kind of what I expected. So yeah, this is something that I know is going to be not for everyone. It probably I'm not even sure if it'll make very much money box office wise, but I'm definitely going to go see it opening night.
Come. What about you, Brian? What you think?
What the fuck was that?
Right?
That's just going off.
It's like, am I watching like, well, kind of like what Monique said? Is it a trailer or a commercial? I'm like, is it a trailer or is it like, my news feed? Because like old white president falls asleep, cool. Rich people ruin the world, cool. Like it's the fuck. Like, do I need a movie of my like Instagram feed? It's like
we already have to deal with this every day. So do I necessarily want to see, bro? Yeah, you know what?
So
I'm just gonna leave it at this. Doesn't seem like something I'm gonna want to go see. That's all. Not that it won't be good. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. That's fine. What? This is not. I go to movies to get away from all this stuff, and this is bring me right back into where I am already. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there's something else coming out the same weekend as this, I'll probably go see the other thing. Just saying, because usually, unless it's a scary movie where my wife like refuses to go to, we go to the movies every Friday, so. But like honestly, like, if it's this or anything else that looks just anything else, really, like I'm probably gonna go see the other thing. It's just I don't know. This doesn't give me, and I don't know what I expected, but
definitely not that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it just like, yeah, he's an old rich white guy who doesn't want to lose money, so he'll destroy the world instead of losing money. I was like, cool. We already have like 8 of those in the real world right now. Those.
That was Tuesday, right?
It was 5 minutes ago. What the heck? Like, so yeah, like is it an Oscars? I see Lawrence is like, this is good. Give him an Oscar. maybe, you know, is it Oscar bait? Is it like critic bait? Maybe, you know, but
I could definitely see it being his Oscar bid because he still doesn't have one aside from the honorary award.
yeah, but
if he wins for Digger after all the other crap he's done, he wins for Digger, bruh. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with the Oscars. I'm just done.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it might be a great movie, but just from that trailer, I don't. Maybe it was overhyped for me from the people who went to CinemaCon and saw it, and they're like, "Oh man, it was great. It was this and that, blah blah blah." And I didn't get that. I didn't get those vibes.
Yeah,
you know,
not at all. I mean,
yeah.
If he wins for Digger and not for Rain Man or A Few Good Men or even Collateral, like we talk about some of the greatest movies. If he wins for Digger, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah, he deserved he needed more recognition for Collateral. As far as I'm concerned, that's one of his best roles. I absolutely adore Collateral.
Yeah, but yeah. The cat was throwing me off a little bit. It was a little weird. You know, it's funny.
Yeah,
that
cat dummy looks super freaky.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's go over some of the comments real quick. He looks like the dude from Long Legs. Not as bad.
Huh.
Yeah. Where we at? The sound play the old man. So it looks like he's playing like an old rich dude. So yeah. Was this trailer a commercial? Exactly.
It looks like the guy, the
looks weird
producer from Tropic Thunder got skinny, lost all his weight, and took all his money and did something with it. That's what it looks like.
Well, it looks like you mush him and Jeff Bezos together. Like that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? And Monique said, "Not my jam, though. Thanks." Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm even more confused. Yeah,
you and me both. Yeah.
Said everyone looks both 3 weeks dead and like they turned up the heat. What's in the wax museum? Yeah, and I wonder if that's definitely like a commentary on the real world. You know, you have these like guys who are, barely alive running the world. Yeah. Real world shit. It's like the real world is like, is this, politician, is he alive? I don't know. How is that the fucking talk of the world right now? Or at least in America, it's like, that shouldn't be a fucking question. Like, that's why I was like, I don't want to see a movie about the real world. It's going to just piss me off even more, man.
Mama Bear said, wait, was that a White House commercial?
Exactly.
So these White House commercials are getting weird.
And I know John Goodman, he's pretty old himself, and he has the dentures and fake teeth. I believe it looks like he does. So like just make his hair a little bit more blonde, so
I mean, it's an orange screen that says Digger.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason why it's orange. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Turn your tint.
Yeah. Isn't this the director that gave us was that Revered?
Are you talking about The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio? Because if you are, yes, he directed that as well.
Okay. That was the director from Birdman.
He's definitely Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the Birdman
could direct more than one movie.
Yeah. And both of those, I like Birdman. I like The Revenant. I didn't know that was the same director.
Same director.
That's wild.
That's strange.
It was his follow up to Birdman. He also did I forgot what the movie he did was with Javier Bardem, like back in either the late 2000s or early 2010s. But yeah, he's done a lot of stuff.
Revenant and Birdman, 21 Grams.
We did Babel.
Babel is the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Babel. Yeah. 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 So I mean, he's done movies I like. Revenant was awesome, and Birdman was awesome. Babel. I didn't care for
I can't remember. I can't remember a whole lot about Babel, but
Yeah.
I loved Birdman and I love The Revenant. So
So.
he's one of those that I'll kind of watch anything that he makes, and I kind of like one thing that I've always liked about Tom Cruise is that he usually pairs up with like the best directors. He's always said that in interviews that he kind of like wants to wants to work with the best people. So to see him pair up with this guy is kind of one of the one of my draws towards it. And
you got what do you got? He was up for best Academy Award for best directing 2016, 2015, and 2007. So
But that's probably Birdman, Revenant, and what?
2007. I'm not sure what he did in 2007.
I think that was Babel, right?
It might be
Or it
Babel.
might have been-
It might be Babel.
Babel.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd been.
Yeah. So those are So yeah. Hardergram said, "I agree with Brian. I like movies and shows that give me escape." Yep. Exactly. It's something bait.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
But this was I thought John Goodman was dead. Not yet.
He's only
He-
74.
He
He's only
looked
74.
he looked pretty dead in that trailer. No offense.
He might have had a heart attack at one point, I believe.
Mhm.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But so Tony, I'm like, I'm not even gonna say it because that's too close.
Exactly. Everyone know. No.
Yeah. Because I wondered when with the original teaser, I'm like, is that going to be something that they do? Is that going to be like
you going Tropic Thunder? You going that?
Yeah,
or something like that.
like kind of but yeah. Oh, you hated Birdman? Oh, especially with Michael Keaton. Birdman was such a great because you can just replace the Birdman character with Batman, and it was like so in my head I saw Batman, and it made so much more sense. I really love that movie. But
I think about the owl, like yeah. So whatever.
Yeah. He says he made the third Harry Potter movie too.
No, he didn't. That was Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah, because when they changed Dumbledore's, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
So, all right. But cool. That's our first real look at Digger with Tom Cruise, as this character. We'll see what we get, man. I at this point,
I'll see what we go get.
But I mean, if we get another trailer and the trailer is better, this was a trailer where it was like definitely throws you in the world, and it's just like a lot of like, okay, cool, like I don't care for it. So I don't know, but we want to hear from you guys. So if you checking us out on the replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right down there. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this movie. Is it going to be, he's going to be up for an Oscar, and is this going to get a bunch of awards? Who knows? Maybe too early to see. But yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the trailer, and make sure you join us when we do other trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV reviews, fun nerdy stuff as well. And we appreciate all you guys in the live chat. You guys are awesome with all the great comments. But stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic. Not what I was expecting.
Right.
I'll stop working.
Oh, this shit does that to me.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. When we come back, we'll probably do
the Mayfair Witches thing.
You want to do Mayfair Witches?
And then do the interview. Because it kind of goes right to the thing.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I'm guessing I think it was Collector talking about House of Dragon. Man.
Like I said it was the worst episode of the season. It was might have been the worst episode of all the seasons. It's just
and I've been saying it for the past 3 weeks. I was like, the last 15 minutes has always kind of like pushed me where I'm like, okay, like you got me right at the end. You dangled the carrot in front of me, and I'm like, Like, let's see what happens next week. You didn't do that this week. This week was a snoozer for me, man. Like all the way through, and I was.
I had to watch it 3 times.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man. I'm like,
yeah, and I really wonder, is watching House of the Dragon after I watch the Vampire Lestat, because those are the and that's how I watch. After the kids go to bed, me and my wife watch Vampire Lestat, and then we'll start doing different things around the house, and I'll watch House of Dragon while I'm like doing the dishes or something. And it's just going from like one of the best shows of the year to the House of Dragon. I was just like,
that's why I do the opposite. This is like why I do the opposite.
maybe
I do House of the Dragon. I fold clothes.
No.
And then I watch Lestat, and like halfway through, my wife says, I always, like, we start looking in the bed, we watch it, and by the end, I'm like on the edge of the bed with both my hands like ready, like I'm like,
yeah,
I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's but the thing is, like, it's a show. It looks good. I feel like they haven't upped the ante for me. Season 1 was a good introduction to everything, and season 2 was fine enough with a bad ending, and I think they haven't done enough in season 3 to get that bad finale taste out of my mouth from season 2, where I'm like, all right, we're still just going through the motion. That's what it feels like. We're just going through the motions of the story. Then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. So it's like, and no point am I like really like surprised by anything, So yeah.
I don't know. I feel like nothing surprised me. Nothing has been on that level. So it's like, okay.
How long is this?
15 seconds.
Yeah.
That's why we
damn
this first.
Because I hit pause and it was already like a third of the way down the little bar thing.
We don't even need to like break this down or anything like that. Watch the 15 seconds and we can go right in.
Yeah, don't even make it a clip.
Nope, I don't need it.
Yeah, we can actually do that, because I'm assuming it's probably just an announcement trailer. Like, hey, don't forget.
It is. In 2027, we'll be back, even though we don't know how we made it past season 1 and season 2.
Yeah. Let's play it real quick. Let's check it out. Wait, did it play for you guys? It froze for me.
Everything
froze for me too.
Wait. Now it won't even play. There we go.
Yeah, it played now.
Hi.
2027.
Let's try that one more time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like froze a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Question: what in the hell was with the CG on her eyes? That looked horrible.
Just was that CG or is this
It looked
contacts?
CG when they first went black. That looked CG and it looked horrible.
Yeah,
or maybe
it might
that's
be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be contacts. It could be.
Mm-hmm. But it's Alexandra Daddario, so I'm kind of inclined to allow it.
You watch it on mute.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't know, man. Nothing about this made me feel good about, say, season 3.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been pretty neutral on the show as it already is.
Yeah, especially after last season.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, how do you introduce somebody like Lasher? Which I'm like, he's gonna be a problem, and then, oh God, that was just bad.
Like a lion out like a lamb.
Seriously, so Am I gonna watch it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Just because I hope it got a new showrunner, so maybe.
Yeah, if there's a new showrunner, that's maybe they can turn things around. Maybe that's them kind of realizing, hopefully learning from past mistakes, and that what they were doing previously wasn't quite working, and they can stand to step it up. Fingers crossed there.
Watch
So,
Interview with a Vampire.
we'll see.
Just
Yeah, like
do
let them handle it.
let them do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And not everyone has delightful dark eyes like you. Yeah, I ain't watching another scene of that. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that probably like that. So, yeah. And then we got Eye Collector. Have a good night.
I would literally rather read the book and never watch the TV show.
I mean, my wife was reading the book, and I think like right towards the end, she just kind of stopped reading, and she goes, "I can't. Like Rowan is a dumbass," and it was pissing her off to the point where she's like, "I'm not gonna finish reading." It was aggravating her so much.
So maybe it's not the showrunner's fault. Maybe it's just what it is.
Yeah. I'm guessing Mayfair Witches is not Anne Rice's most
popular
love. Even for her. Like her most cared for IP. I think Louis and Lestat were definitely her babies.
Yeah.
I mean, so but I watch it. But honestly, man, I think the biggest problem with the show is Alexandria Daddario. She is not a good actress, man. And that last season really, really showed where like everyone around her was doing heavy lifting. And
nah, bro, that finale was
so I mean, the show was bad with bad writing and everything.
Yeah. Like I think
Yeah.
a great director, a great writer, even if you're not the greatest actress of all time, can make something work. As Wonder Woman, the first movie, doesn't matter. It works.
Sure,
but that's their job. Like this to make sure these things work. And I think the writers and directors and all of them should have their jobs taken because it was that bad. It's not good. And I'm not excited by any of this.
Yeah, forget this. I need
Akasha. Yeah,
Akasha show.
100%. I would be firmly seated for that.
Yeah,
that actress who plays Akasha, like from Woman King and all stuff, she did better in her 5 minutes on screen than anyone in that damn show. Mayfair was in the entire time.
Yeah.
Her like 5 minutes on the screen, and when she was saying all the things she was saying, how quick she was saying, was better acting than anything in Mayfair Witches.
Yeah, stay far away from Mayfair Witches TV show. Yeah. Maybe read the books. I know, like my wife didn't care for it, because the main character is a dumb. And that's always aggravating is when your main characters are dummies, and I know like kind of going back to like House of Dragon. There's another thing like me and Brian were talking about was like, oh, why is everyone stupid? And it really does like kind of like mess with the TV show when you're just like, oh, everyone's a dummy, like, so and Mayfair, which is that's the second season, people are doing stupid shit.
Dude, it was so awful.
Stupid stuff. Like, why are you doing this?
Any sense?
Yeah. So. Yeah. But Mayfair, which is 2027. We'll see. But with that being said, let's get on to the good stuff in this Immortal universe.
Dude, can you believe that they haven't renewed season 4 yet?
That's really baffling me.
Yeah. Honestly, that was the first thing I looked up after this episode was I'm like, are we getting season 4? Because I'm like, is this how it ends? Are they going to end it like this? So,
there's no way. No,
there's no way. They can't.
Well, we can't because Louis is alive at the beginning.
Yeah.
So like we know,
Yeah. Things
And
don't
there's gonna be
fade.
something because he doesn't kill Armand when he first sees him. He doesn't just kill him. So like there's going to be more, and it's gonna be a 2-hour
Ooh,
season
really?
finale. You know?
Nice.
So this is gonna be good, man. I'm so excited. Yet I also am dreading it at the same time. It's like excited but dreading because it's gonna be over. And then I gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder if AMC announces the season 4 like after the finale, or like, you know, right before the finale or something like that. You know. Well, yeah, because this needs another season. Like they should already be working on next season.
No, I want season 5. You should already tell me announce
100%.
it's a season 5. Like I would want a Vampire Lestat season 2 and then Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
That's the best way, I think.
Because I think there's still more story to tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's like, I forgot how many books, like what, 12, 16 books, something stupid. Like there's so many books.
There's a ton of books.
You know,
there's so many of them.
That. Yeah. So yeah, there's still a lot to tell. But here, let's officially get into it. What was this one called? What city was it? It wasn't Montreal, was it? No.
I forgot already.
What's Montreal? Or was it?
Real quick. Because I know we already had a Canada one. But I'm pretty sure. Well, no, right? Because he lives in Canada in the show.
I just can't remember what this episode was called.
Oh.
Man.
All right, I open up. Man, why the hell is IMDb just completely crap me out?
Everything just says episode 6.
Montreal.
That's what it is. It's Montreal. Oh, I'm only it's Montreal.
Okay. What's in Montreal? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I froze because I gotta just like ban IMDb from my computer because every time I open it up, it just yeah. Or you can all check the chat. Yeah, my all my stuff froze. Yeah, Montreal. Oh man. All right, let's jump into it. Yeah, let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back, Spoiler Kings. We're talking Vampire Lestat episode 6, Montreal.
6. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is the penultimate of the season.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Damn. That's all we gotta say about it.
No, look, we should just start off this whole thing with saying best thing on TV. If you guys weren't watching us live, you want to hear it here first. Best thing on TV. Best penultimate episode. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think this might be the best penultimate episode since the Red Wedding, House of Dragon, or not House of Dragon, Game of Thrones.
Me too.
You know, and that was what 10 years ago, maybe at this point.
Dude.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because like this penultimate really like stuck the landing. You know, hopefully we'll see what happens in the finale, but the penultimate, oh boy, that was great. That was great. You know, and I saw Brian earlier today. He's like, "Oh, I got to finish the episode." He goes, "But I kind of know where it's going." I'm like, "No, you don't." Is that real? I'm like, "I don't want to spoil it," but I'm like, "No, you don't," because no one saw
a love
coming.
story. They, you know, it's a love letter for them to kind of go through what they're going through. I didn't know who the hell they were having dinner with. I didn't think it mattered. I thought they were going to cancel, call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
Yeah.
It was already good before that. So. Man,
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah. But this episode, I believe there was a little bit of a time jump. I forgot how much of a time jump. If anybody in chat knows, I want to say at least a couple months.
Well, because
a year, maybe a year
of the album.
Yeah, like it's already been out for a while. Right. It's not hitting. Yeah, so which was interesting to do. You know, Yeah,
No,
best on TV. That's 100%.
No, because he said when Louis had his breakdown, you've been here for a month and a half. Was it what he said?
Yeah.
He says a month and a half since Louis
Something
had
like
his
that.
breakdown, so that's only like 6 weeks then.
Yeah. Well, so but yeah, so we get the time jump and you know the album's done, right? So it had to be, you know, the album that they were working on in episode 5 is done, and now they're talking about doing this concert. So, you know, I think Lestat said too, you know, as the narrator, where he's like, oh, it didn't do well with the human ears, you know, but with vampires, it's becoming like, you know,
they're bringing 50,000 vampires to the forest.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. But
yeah,
I want to buy the album, kind of, because this was another banger song. Like this, all the songs have been really good, but last week's was the best, and this one was a really good like song too. You know, especially between the characters.
It's so funny because now you look back at last week's now, and you're like, maybe you didn't need all the emotion.
Oh my god, right? You know, man, because so they. The ending is where it's at. You know, there's a big thing that happens at the end, right? And then when you think like, oh man, like that's the big part of the penultimate, and then they put the cherry on top, and you're like, holy crap, you know, and then it just ends. So I'm sure we'll spend a lot of time talking about that. But leading up to it, you know, you have Louis kind of living with, or at least staying with Lestat for a little while, you know, and they're getting ready for the concert.
They're undefined. Their relationship is really undefined. They're just trying to be friends. Definitely enjoy people being in each other's lives. Obviously, they matter to each other, but just very undefined. You know, Louis still with his little lawyer dude. You know, Lestat still has mom around, which is weird as hell. And it was weird because it seemed like they were stripping away all the things that kind of the barriers and the lies, and really revealing the true self of who they really are. So all their innermost demons, they were kind of releasing to each other. So like it was cathartic. Like you so we have the whole Gabriella Sophia thing, you know.
Ex-lover friend. Exactly.
Ex-lover friend. But had the whole thing with that. You have Louis kind of opening up about his real feelings about what's going on, them asking each other's questions and not wanting to be honest, and then answering those questions. Lestat at his lowest, Louis realized that he just attacked him for all this stuff. And
what he said, it was like the worst thing he could possibly say. You're worse than Armand. I was like, whoa, bro.
Whoa, right?
Even I'm watching it, I was like,
yeah,
calm down there.
Low blow.
Yeah,
and he had to realize what he said, and he was like, "Oh, that's horrible." And then going through the whole thing with the Mayfair American and going through that seance, that was crazy. Yeah. But before then, the singing to Louis, and Louis starting to realize. Well, first of all, us not knowing if it's about Gabriella or it's Louis or Sophia, not knowing, and having had the duality of like each one. You see both of them in the cut and from the camera, which is phenomenal. And then the idea is like, so who is it? And then you hear it, and she realizes.
You realize, yeah,
this is not about me. I might not be his great love. He is.
Yeah. I think in that post credit behind the scenes, she's like the actress was saying something along the lines like, "Oh, that's when she realized she's not the most important person to Lestat in the room," you know. And I was like, yeah, like Louis, Louis number one always, yeah.
But it felt good. Everything felt very natural, and the anger was still there, but their love was just brutal. Love is a perfect song for their relationship. It's what it is, and all we've seen these last 3 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. What about you, Brandman? What do you think about the episode? Any, you know, but besides the ending, you know, because we're gonna get into that, but what do you think about like the episode?
just the episode as a whole, I think just was like I was saying earlier, like it was a masterclass in acting from everyone. The like Sam Reed and Jacob Anderson, their scenes together, they were absolutely crushing it. The scene with Claudia near the end was just absolutely incredible. I think that how they wove that song, Brutal Love into the narrative was absolutely brilliant. I was thinking about that the entirety of the episode. I think like my standout scene was Louis crashing out on Lestat, going off on Lestat about Jesus,
Sophia or Gabriella.
about Gabriella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm. So hang on one second. So that was one of the things that I enjoyed the most about it. The Claudia stuff, like I said, that was great too. But yeah, just I think, man, like they especially brought it just in every sense of the word on this particular episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I think like for me, like kind of what like Hardigram was saying, like Jacob and Sam are awesome. Their chemistry, especially the times that they were like just them in the car, I was like, how does it feel just so natural? It feels like it's just these two people know each other in real life. Like they're just I don't know. It's just like they have this great on-screen chemistry together, and it really makes the show like special. With Louis and Lestat just being so natural, like together. Like it didn't feel forced. Like they were talking, they were hanging out. Like Louis sees like the car, it pulls up, and they're blasting the Vampire Lestat song, and he's like, "Oh, go ahead," and at the end he does a little clap. I'm like, it feels like I'm like, did they even like rehearse it, or was like that's all one take? It's just like that's how good like them together are. And then you get that great part of them being friendly and like good together, and you see it, and then you get once Daniel drops the bomb,
Bro,
like
dude,
yeah,
Daniel should get shot. That's why he was acting so squirrely the entire time when they're sitting there having they're drinking and finishing up their little book. Dude,
yeah,
that was awful.
Yeah. The dinner scene was great, because even I was wondering, I'm like, why is he red? I'm like, he's really red. I'm like, are we gonna talk about it? And luckily, Lestat, they do bring it up, and I was like, huh, I wonder why. Like, what? Like, is it makeup? Is it something? Because in my head, I'm like, obviously, it's not a suntan because he's a vampire, right? But it's exactly what it was.
But he's Armand, so like you think about that, and
yeah. So because even like that, like they have their moment, with Louis and Lestat, and they're going at each other's necks, and stuff like and Louis Louis having his Lestat having his like panic attack, basically. He's coughing up blood. Yeah. And but then once they're calm and they're talking and they're figuring out, and then I forgot who brought it up. I think it was Louis, and he's like, "Did you notice it was during the day?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think about it," And I was like, "They're both outside in daylight," and I was just like, "How are they not like? How is that not a bigger thing?" They were just like, "Huh, yeah, they were." Anyway, like about Merrick, it was like, I'm like, isn't that a big deal? Like two vampires are just hanging out outside, So I'm kind of curious.
Am I not right about Armand? I felt like we've seen Armand and because he's so old that he's able to withstand daylight. Because I
remember.
I feel like Armand's been out in daylight, so because he's like over 500 years old, and I feel like that allows him. He's been exposed to daylight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's because so then, I think that's allows, because he's now Daniel's maker, that allows Daniel then to be in daylight too, because Armand is in Daniel.
Yeah.
What's my thought? My thought process was like, the only reason I thought Daniel was possible because I knew Armand could do it, be in daylight. So I was like, okay, is that something that he's passing down because he's his maker? It wasn't a long thought. It was just kind of just passing, like, oh, okay, that's probably some type of power that was passed down by Armand.
Yeah, that would make sense, But I'm looking at it. I guess it says it kind of depends on what version. I guess it says in AMC he's able to withstand the daylight, and they kind of make the same thing like you said. They imply older vampires, can withstand the effects of the sun on them. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, but not Daniel though. So, but it makes sense if that's the power can get passed on.
But he's burning. You see, he's kind of burned. He's a little red. So he probably is in the sunlight and he gets burned a little bit, but he's able to withstand it. I don't know. That was probably the kind of way I thought of it.
Yeah, the tan or whatever you want, sweetheart. It was a funny line Sam made Giddy when he said it. Yeah, they were, and that scene I thought was great because Daniel was being so I would say not, but the way he was around them was very like, oh, you're gonna eat your own, and kind of like hinting at like he goes, I know shit, and he was being very like dickish, like in that, where Louis and Lestat were kind of like, oh well, yeah, you're Armand's pet, like you're not a real vampire kind of thing, it's like, so they were like they were more like chilled, laid back, kind of poking fun at him, talking about this and that with him, and it was just like yeah, but he seemed way more tense. Like he was more like, oh, it's coming, you're gonna get it, a cold.
Am I the only person that did you think that it felt very like just not like Daniel, like it was a setup somehow and just waiting for the other shoe to drop, or did you forget? Did you kind of figure out something he was going to do?
No, you know what? I was kind of clocking that too. It felt really Daniel didn't seem his usual self. I wasn't getting the authenticity that I usually get from Daniel in that regard. Yeah, it looked like, it felt like someone was kind of whispering in his ear, or someone was, kind of making him do something. Because I feel like we know what to expect from Daniel at this point, from a character, is just him as a character. And I didn't get the what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't get the something didn't feel right is what I'm getting at.
Now that you're talking about it and seeing what Hardigram says, like, felt like he was setting him up. Not feeling right is he's always, whenever it was about him recording them for his book and stuff like that, it was always on point. He was always like pushing them to say something, so he can get it on camera. On this one, he didn't care. They the stat said whatever, and he's like, okay, yeah, we're good. And I was like, oh, like you it's like he didn't care anymore about the book. And I'm like, that doesn't feel like Daniel. That felt like maybe like even like Armand, like in his ear a little bit,
Even at the beginning of the show, like Daniel had to chase the story no matter what. He had to chase, and the fact that he let them off the hook, and then we kind of get that. That's what we're thinking. Then we kind of see Louis say that same thing to Lestat. Like, is that weird? That whole interaction with him just didn't seem right, and it's exactly how I felt. Like, oh, this didn't seem right. Something's not right, but you kind of forget because all the stuff that you go through afterwards, like you forget because the show just went left, and you forget how bad it was, how weird it was with Daniel. Because I mean, that's when you get into the Claudia stuff.
Yeah. So, I knew it was set up by the way he was asking questions, and the questions he was asking, like if Lestat still feigning Sophia. Yeah. So even I thought that was weird. Like that was Lestat's bloodline. You know, I'm like, that's interesting. You know, because if you go back a few episodes, you know, when they killed everybody, they left the kids alive.
Mhm.
So, you know, he would have some kind of descendant, or not descendants, but family, you know, down the line. So I'm like, that was interesting. Where I'm like, oh, she's a bloodline of the, you know, whatever Lestat's last name is, you know. And I was like, I'm like, that's weird. You know, like, you know, but I'm like, even that felt like, oh yeah, you don't mind this kind of stuff, right? You know, like this doesn't bother you, you know. So he was definitely hinting at like, you know, messing with Sophia. So yeah, felt like it was Armand was controlling Daniel. Yeah, but I don't think he was controlling him like how he would like a human or something. Like, you know, I feel like he was controlling him, like manipulating him. You know, with the whole like, I loved you for 50 years. Like, shut up. No, you didn't. You're a dick,
like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, you know, but that's Armand. Armand is always gonna play the victim. He's always gonna be like, oh, poor me. But then he's gonna be the true villain almost, you know.
Yeah, I can't stand Armand. He's a
weasel. Even Marius in the last episode when he's like, oh, Armand said you were dead. He goes, oh, he said something. He goes, oh, that, you know, brat boy or that you know, dumb kid or something like that. So even his maker was like, screw him. So
well, didn't you see how the last episode when you had Armand and Daniel, how you say, I'm going to show you all the ways. I'm going to bring you under my wing. I'm going to show you how to do these things and be the maker that you always need, the parent that you really always need to have. So you want to figure this out on your own. He promised that to him. And then after Lestat did all that stuff to Daniel, you knew something had to come back. Some type of comeback was coming from it. You know, he embarrassed him in the biggest sense of the word, because that's what Daniel lives for. He's undead for. It's because for the story, like he needs that more than anything. So you knew it had to be something special. It had to do with the story, and he kind of turned it on his head. And now we're going to find out what that happens and what's the timing of it and why his bandmate will be part of it. Because Armand's the one who actually killed the guy that he's upset about.
Yeah. Oh, Larry.
Larry.
You know, but even the other guitar player, you know, they were in the AA meeting together. You know, so like, did Armand already get to? I forget what his name was.
All part of his plan.
You know, yeah. So like, he's been conniving for a while. You know, and I feel like him manipulating Daniel is part of the plan. You know, it's like, you don't love him. You didn't care about him for 50 years. Like, yeah. But the dude, the actor playing Armand, actually all the actors, everybody that's playing their character is so perfect. It's so perfect, you know. Yeah, Alex. Yep, Alex. That was the other band member. You know, but yeah, the guy playing Armand is great. The guy playing Daniel is great. You know, Sophia or Gabriella, like that actress is absolutely crushing it. She's so good at playing this really bad person. You know, yeah, like everyone. Like Brandman said, masterclass of acting. Everyone's killing it.
Were you surprised that Sophia didn't have anything to do with that? Or would you be surprised if she did? Like, we get an next episode. Would she be part of this entire thing?
Good question.
She saw Lestat be in love with someone other than her. You know, is it possible that she set them up too?
I could go either way with that. Because on one hand, I think it would kind of fall in line with what we know about her as a character so far. So I wouldn't put that past her. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a bait and switch and it wasn't. You know, because this is some again, I'm staring daggers at Armand when it comes to this, because that's some Armand ass shit to be doing. I just think you know, Gabriella, Sophia, whatever you want to call her, I just think she's just very, very full of herself. And narcissistic, and it might not be her. And I'm kind of leaning towards it not being her.
Yeah.
I'm staring daggers at Armand when it comes to this.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm kind of what Monique is saying is Sophia has her own agenda to make more, so that the opposite of what Armand's trying to do. And that's exactly what I thought, and then you brought it up, and I never thought about her working with him, but I was like, no, because she's trying to push him for the conversions or whatever it's called. And it seems like Armand is trying to stop it, but they're both using Lestat to like either stop it or start it. So like Lestat is the key of it, but yeah, I think Sophia is not working with Armand, but it'll be interesting if they wind up finding a way to do that, maybe she's jealous now.
Behind. She's jealous of Louis and that connection with Lestat and all that stuff that kind of came from there.
Yeah. Because that was the first thing I thought about was during the song, when he's singing it to Louis, and once everyone realized he's singing it to Louis, and Jacob Anderson, his face changed as the song progresses, and he's like holding back like these emotions of like, you
can see almost like a tear like kind of well up in his eye.
Yeah, because it's such a good, it's so hard to do of this, like, I hate you and I hate that I love you, and Jacob Anderson's face while doing it, and then it starts to blur Sophia, in the background, but she starts to stare at Louis, and I'm like, oh, is she gonna be jealous? Because she's not a person to take like anything bad, like taking anything she like Lestat doesn't love me the most. Like that's not something that she's gonna be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, no, she's
she's not used to being second place in any time ever. She doesn't lose. So for that to happen, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we're talking about all this stuff, but I think we really need to get into that seance part, because that seance part was
because I know Harder Graham is talking about it a few times, but it is that seance, man. That seance, and then so pretty much they're at the bar after all the drama happens, and they keep talking about canceling it and not canceling it and canceling it. And I thought they were talking about the concert.
Me too. I thought they were talking about the concert too. Yeah.
I thought they were talking about the concert the whole time. And then right at the end, he's like, oh, we should cancel it. And Lestat's like, we should cancel it. And then he's like, unless, and then it goes right into the seance. They're back in his house. Everything's all ready. Merrick is there. So I was like, oh, this is the thing. And then once I realized what they're doing, I was like, holy shit, what's going to happen? Because maybe I just missed it, and I was like so caught onto everything else that I skipped that they're going to try to talk to Claudia, and it just didn't ring in my head until once they were there and they had the circle and this and that. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good.
What were you expecting that it was going to happen? Obviously, we didn't expect this. What do you think Claudia was going to come and say?
Well, I'll start with you, Brand Man.
I knew that there was going to be a lot of resentment that she was carrying, but I didn't expect her to say, I hate you. I didn't expect her to say, I favored Lestat. Just kind of the way that she was really unloading on the both of them. I kind of expected that to an extent, but I didn't expect the how. But yeah, because she was going for, no pun intended, going for both of their necks.
Going for blood.
But I liked that. It made sense. Yeah. It made sense in the grand scheme of things, which I thought was great. Because vampirism was never something that she asked for. So I like that. I like that she really let both of them have it, because I think in a lot of mediums, vampirism in the grand scheme of things is a nightmare that's really sold as a dream.
Which is
And
kind of something that Louis said.
which is what Louis says, and it's something that they really delve into the show as a whole. And I think it's something that's really been explored with her in particular, and it's something that I'll never get bored of them exploring when it comes to Claudia. So when the way that they did that made sense at this point in time in the show's timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I knew she was gonna be angry, but I really thought she was gonna be angry at Louis for sure. Because you saw that in season 2. She was always kind of like angry at Louis.
Mhm.
You
But
could have done
I thought,
more. Something should have happened. You didn't.
yeah. But just the way it went about everything. And I think it set it up so well too, because for most Louis' side story this season is dealing with this fraudia, what Lestat called it. And I forgot who said it in chat too last week. It was like, oh, we're calling her fraudia, and it's like that's what he called her.
Someone sure did say fraudia.
Yeah. But him dealing with her and like him trying to like pretend everything is fine. And then the real Claudia was like, I hate you. It was like, I hate you more than Bruce. And I was like, damn, like, I hate you more than like just like all the worst people in her life. And I was like, holy shit. Like that's legit, like ripping out like Louis' heart. Yeah. I feel like, or whatever heart he has left, because like how much he loved her, so, so like her going just ham on him, just going off. I was like, holy shit, and she goes off on Lestat as well.
But she said that he's your favorite.
Yeah,
you were always my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, and she's like, oh, I even considered, drugging, putting the poison in Louis' drink. I was like, damn. I was like, it's because she is just cold blooded. The shit she was saying,
So I'll murder you if I could. Man. If I could, be done.
Yeah, the one thing I thought was like really interesting because it works for the show with Louis being a black man, was her talking about like, oh, like the being a slave is like etched on your ribs or something. She said like that, and I'm like, that was like a really interesting like thing to talk about. Like I was like, damn, because like just obviously being a black man in America in what year was it? When he forgot to turn 18, early 1800s, something like that, so like that. Yeah, so
early 1900s, right?
Well, it was it
was 1900s. It was
prohibition and all that stuff. So it was like 1920.
Yeah, early. Yep. Yeah. So like that I thought was like a really like that was. I'm like that was like a really interesting like way to go with it, and it only works with him being, I think, a black man. It doesn't work with like Brad Pitt, like so like and it works with Claudia too, being a black woman too. So she's like calling this out on him and telling him this stuff, and I was like, damn, but I would have to say my favorite part of the whole thing is they just took it. They took it because they know they deserve it. There's that one point where Louis kind of pushed back, and she's like, "Say what?" and then that's when she went harder on him. It was like, "Oh no, you don't say anything." And they were just both there, just taking it.
I deserve it.
And just what I deserve. Yeah. And I thought that was really interesting from them, especially Lestat. Because like I feel like him would have been like saying something, but I think
he got the little piece that he needed. He's like, he was my maker. He's the one I had a better connection with. Everything about him. He was my favorite, not you, Papa Louis.
Yeah,
she kept on making fun. And then Delaney's pain, the pain that she felt. Oh my God, it was second to none. She missed Madeline. And realized that she's been in hell searching for her and cannot confide in her.
Fine. What you say? The one good thing in her life.
And
like
I can't find it.
I can't find it. Yeah.
I thought that's the most heartbreaking thing. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah. No mercy. She went off on him. Yeah. Vicious manipulation. I don't know if it was manipulation, because like Monique's saying like Lestat is her favorite, it's her maker, they have the link. But also I think Lestat being very more himself as a vampire, I thought, that might be something she was more into, where Louis was still trying to be human, even as a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that after the scene happened, I'm like, if she is not up for like an Emmy or whatever, TV award after that,
dude, the intensity was it was palpable. You could almost
Man.
feel the intensity being there.
Yeah.
And
Even the
then-
makeup, they keep cutting to her feet, and you see like the slashed Achilles tendons that they did when she was strapped down, into the chair.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she keeps walking on it, and it just, I'm like, ugh, but yeah,
Yeah, that kind of had me clutching my feet.
yeah, big time. Her wearing the dress that Madeline, and then Louis is like, oh, I held on it to honor you, and she's like, what? It's like,
why would you do that?
She was so angry, and I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for I was ready for the rage and being mad. I don't know if I was ready for like just the hatred.
Yep.
Just the
Absolute
hatred she
hate.
had.
I hate you.
Man. Her spirit escape. Like that, she was so in the zone that she broke the circle.
Broke the circle.
Yeah. Which I thought was like wild.
Mhm.
Yeah. And even that was like great, because they turned around and they're in their chairs looking back. Again, they're just they're not focused on each other. They're not focused on it's just her, and it's both of them. And the whole scene was just was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm in Toronto. My actual name is Madeline.
Mhm.
There you go. Yeah, that was Claudia's love.
We're not gonna let you go down.
In France.
You're going up, not down. You're going up.
Yeah. Yeah. Search for Madeline. That wasn't expected. Well, good thing she's not. At least she can't find her in hell. So I assume she's not in the same afterlife as Claudia. So yeah. I don't know. What you got anything else, Brian?
No, I mean, now that whole thing. Just I gotta say, Delaney needs an Oscar, as you said. Just she hit it with so much anger, and it's everything that they deserve to have. And her being so angry and leaving and being blasted back out of it was crazy. But what she also did to Merrick was crazy.
Oh yeah, right at the start. Like, what she say? Stop tugging on me, bitch, and like slams her, breaks a tooth off.
Yep.
I was like, damn. And she's like, oh, she's full of rage. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. But yeah. Even kind of what Monique's saying too is like, Regina, watch out, Claudia's coming for you. Like, because I know at the end she closed the door and this and that, and she disappeared. But it's like, is the spirit still out there? Like, what? I didn't even think about that. Can the spirit of Claudia go into Regina and like really start causing some stuff? I don't know if they would go that route or not. I don't know if it would undermine this scene or two.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't know what we're gonna get for the last episode. So
yeah. If they do that, that might be another season thing, not next week thing. Yeah. I hope I don't have nightmares. I've been told to go there enough times. Yeah. So it just, that scene was. I thought that was the peak of the episode too.
Yep.
Until we get to the next scene, but yeah,
dude, the fact that that once again, Claudia, the whole scene, Claudia was another black eye that they had between each other, another hurdle they had to jump, and them clearing that hurdle and clearing the air of all the things that they're saying and all that kind of helped them get more healthy as a relationship and think about, can I consider myself being with you again? I just the way they did it was phenomenal. And then then you see them sit on the bench and kind of touch hands again after all the love and stuff that they have for one hell of a day.
Yeah.
And the fact that neither of them could feel that a vampire was close, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Real quick, before I get to Brand Man, them after that scene and they're just back on the street just walking, their faces and them not saying anything, and then when they do say something, they're just like and he's like, yeah, like they didn't really say anything, you know what I mean? Like, but they understood each other, and it was very much a reflection of the viewers too, like we were there with you, and all like everyone is just like what, it's like damn, like yeah. So but what you think about the post seance
activities
scene? Yeah. Brand Man,
I loved it because I think their kind of body language and their facial expressions were enough to really convey things without even uttering a word, which I think again is another testament to how great the acting is, and how much they understand the characters, and how much how much they've immersed themselves in it at this point in time. I think because if you can get your emotions across without even having to say a whole lot, and it's all in your physicality and your expressions, that makes me respect the actors even more. So, that's what just had me so engaged and enamored. And why I had to run the episode back more than once.
For sure.
I think honestly, I know I keep coming back to it, but I think this is probably my favorite acted episode of not just this season, but as the series as a whole, just due to stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot because like there's been other episodes that are like really, really amazing, and I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Yeah.
The scene when Lestat dropped Louis was good. The time that Louis had to confront his family, that was kind of interesting.
The party, the white party that they had, like that was good. Season 1 had some great moments. Season 2 had some great moments as well. But man,
let's talk about the Claudia moment when she, she's literally holding Madeline and burning, and looks at Lestat,
just stares at him.
Man.
Heartogram said, I see Heart, my favorite episodes are 5 in this one. This has definitely been a show where this season, I mean, even the show where every episode is it just keeps building on itself and keeps getting better and better and better. We're 3 seasons in, and like each episode just feels like it just keeps adding more to the story, and like each episode keeps getting better, and it's just, it's so well done. So well done.
Did you notice how defensive Louis was when she first came in and said, "Oh, I didn't kill her. It wasn't me." We weren't even talking about that.
Yeah. And Lestat had to like bring it up.
Yeah.
But then let's even opposite of that, where she's like, "Oh yeah," and the theater, whatever she said about like her actually dying, and Lestat like owned up to that. He goes, "And that would be me," So like Lestat had to tell Louis, is like, "No, you're a part of this too," which was kind of setting up like, hey, like get ready for her to say some shit, because and it just goes back to even like season 2 or season 1 and 2 where Louis telling the story of Claudia, and it's so great, she's and they have this like love story, sibling story, but then Lestat's story was kind of like, nah, man, she didn't like us the way you think she liked us,
You
she didn't love us like
romanticize
that.
a lot of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So that was great. But let's get into the final part of it, because Brian kind of like brought it up where they're so enthralled with each other at this point that they don't notice people sneaking up. I think Louis sees Alex,
Alex,
who's the, what do you say, like the Walmart vampire,
devil,
or whatever he said.
Yeah,
because Alex was in there with the fake, with the old mask, which was cool. And then it just happened.
As they're about to start talking about living their lives together, they've been through hell together, going into something good, and literally it's ripping them apart and chopping off their head so cleanly. And the fact that it was Armand and Daniel is just wild.
Yeah. I didn't even know what to do. Like when it happened, I don't even think I said anything. I just like was like, what, because like so many thoughts went through my head.
I was like, yeah, I was the same. I was like, what?
Bro, I was like, oh shit. This is a pit ultimate, and you killing off the 2 main characters. I was just straight up, damn, crazy. And the fact that, just after getting all that Claudia and all that anger out, and then getting this, oh, good Lord, that's great.
Yeah, because you just felt like everything that's happened in the episode so far was putting them in a better place together. Even the part of them yelling at each other, because it was followed up by, Louis apologizing, and even the fight was them kind of like Louis knew exactly what to say to really piss off, and hurt, it's like, oh, you're worse than Armand, and he's like, how dare you, so everything in the episode was like, oh, they might get back together. They might, kind of like,
and they finally say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could.
Yeah. And even the ghost Claudia says that. She goes, oh, are you back together? Yeah.
But also, it's funny because Louis didn't deny it.
Yeah. So, so it coming to this point, and they're talking about living in the desert and this and that. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. I just did not expect that them to lose their heads, because that was
like the headless horseman.
I don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode.
It's on timing, right? So now you're on a timer, right? You have to get the head back on a certain amount of time. Why would they do that? Was it control? It wasn't to kill them because they know they can do something about it. How
who
they're
saves
going to
them?
use their helmet?
Like who has the power to like put a chopped head back on? And that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it Akasha? Is Akasha gonna come in and save Lestat? Because she's like, you kind of saved me. Like I
don't think anything. I don't think
idea.
it's her, but
I don't see it being Sophia.
We're running out of time, man. We don't have a lot of people, so unless the band comes back after them or something like that, I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, I have no idea. Claudia Ghost saves them. That I can see Claudia Ghost playing like soccer with their heads. Maybe. I don't know about saving them.
I like the Merrick.
Maybe Akasha comes back. I've been seeing that a lot too. Yeah. Armand moved like a scorned lover. Both Louis and Lestat rejected him. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I hope Lestat and Louis come back. They can't die. I mean, even I forgot what Brian said. You know, the season starts off with, you know, Louis being alive. He's missing a foot, but
Yep.
you know, he's
So
alive.
you know they're gonna go through a battle. You know it's a war, but you know Louis is alive still.
Yeah. Oh, made the sneak attack move on Lestat. it's on their face. Yeah. Yeah. What if I just thought about this right now? Especially if it's Merrick, what if it's Ghost Claudia still messing with their head? Like, what if they're still in their room?
That'd be interesting.
What if it's still in the room? Or you know, maybe Merrick is messing with them. You know, because Louis already said I don't like her.
You have to have that power some way, shape, or form. It has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, like the Claudia would be interesting. What if it's her messing with them? Yeah, you know, like it's not. It didn't really happen. Like that'll be an easy way to explain it. Because otherwise, like you said, like then it's a time thing, and like how much time can they be without their heads before they're dead? You know,
6 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I have no idea how it's gonna play out. So I think Teague earlier said that this happens in the book or in a book.
He says very much like the Merrick book and them dying and them being together in the Merrick book is very much what's going on. I don't believe Lestat ever gets decapitated in the actual books. So everyone, even people who know and read everything, is going to be in the point where you don't know what's going to happen. If they can figure out the way to keep everything hush hush, we will have no clue.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to. I didn't want to look it up because I didn't want to get anything spoiled. That's why I'm like, I need to find a book person, you know, because I'm like, does this happen in any of the books, you know? So because it seems like a big, a big thing, you know. So,
100% agree.
Yeah, playing the song "Heads with Whirl" is too soon.
Like, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, dream or simulation. That's a possibility. I didn't even think about that until like right now. You know,
I think it's definitely still something that's happening.
Did they do timeline stuff? I don't even. Is that might, you know, yeah, that'd be a interesting thing. Go the MCU route with different timelines.
I like it.
Yeah. I was not ready for it, and I said earlier, I'm so glad me and Brandon didn't ruin it for you, Brian, because you're the first one to watch it before any of us, you know. So that's why I assumed everyone watched it, you know. So yeah,
dude,
and then, you know, in our
believe
chat,
it, and then being able to enjoy that scene was just so good.
Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't ruin it for you. You know,
I'll be like, no.
Oh man, yeah, that was definitely unexpected, but I'm so excited for the finale. You said it's gonna be 2 hours long.
Yep, it's supposed to be from 8 to 10. Yep.
Okay, so it's like
good,
a you know, double long episode, which is nice, you know, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect, and that's what I love about it. It's like I have no idea what to expect, and it makes me so excited to watch it because I want to see how it ends. I want to see how it hopefully continues. You know,
who lives at the end of this?
Yeah, like tie it back to the auction that the beginning of the season was. Yeah, and I hope at the end of the episode we get like an announcement of like season 4, 2028 or something like that. You know,
that'd be nice. I like it.
Yeah, because their heads cut off. It's not in the books.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's something totally different. No one knows what's going to happen now.
Yeah, it's a question mark. Yeah. Well, because it's what every like 2-ish years, or when was the last interview season 2 was 2020.
Like
2024.
2024. So yeah, I think like it almost. I think it was actually. I think it was around like 2 years exactly, or close to it
Something like that.
when this dropped.
Yeah. So yeah. Lestat had the nerve to say justice for it today. That's it. He did. Oh boy, bye. Yeah. This is a great episode. Great episode. One of the best penultimates I've seen in a long time, and it gets me really, really hyped for the finale. So, I don't know. You guys got anything else?
No, I mean that's basically all we need to be said, and I cannot wait to see what they do next week.
Same.
Yeah. There you go, Lawrence. I just finished it.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure you feel good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I forgot who said it because I know we were going. There's a bunch of comments, but I know somebody's like, "Oh, I didn't watch it yet." So I was like, "No, hopefully you didn't watch us as you were watching it, or we didn't ruin anything for you." But yeah, it was definitely one of those. Hopefully, you don't have to wait too long for season 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. But I mean, it was, I think it was the same thing like season 2. At the end of season 2, we had to wait for an announcement of season 3 because I don't think they announced season 3 right away because they built up to. Well, season 3 is technically a new title, So I wonder if they're going to do something similar, where season 4 might be Queen of the Dam.
Yeah, no, I mean there's more to do with Lestat, but right now you can go right into Queen of the Damned and worry about everything else later.
Yeah, because you can still mush things together, But I really wonder if season 4 is being. The announcement is being delayed because they're gonna something that's gonna happen.
Big is going to happen.
Where they don't want to ruin anything, and I wonder if season 4 is going to be Queen of the Dam.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, great episode. But yeah, we got one more episode left. And it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something for sure. Yeah, you hear how the Spoiler Kings. It comes with the channel exactly.
Exactly. You should know what you're typing in.
Yeah. But yeah. So if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us next Monday for the finale discussion. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great discussion. I think. It's gonna be fun. But we want to hear from you guys, so leave a comment down below and let us know what you guys think about this episode, this penultimate episode. We got the Claudia stuff, we got the park bench stuff, everything in between, the concert, the Gabriella stuff. So yeah, let us know what you think about it, and any predictions. If you got any predictions, let us know. But we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us in the live chat. You guys are awesome with all the great comments. But we want you guys to stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.
Awesome.
Oh man, sorry, I'm like fidgety. My fucking leg is like.
Dude, I gotta get up, stand up, and get this real quick. If I don't stand up, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Okay. Yeah. Let me bring that, change this. Let's go through some comments real quick. Because I just muted and watched. Well, what do you think? I want to know what you think, Lawrence. What do you think about the Claudia stuff? What do you think about the park bench stuff? Oh man. Ooh. Yeah, man, I'm like so fidgety right now because my quads are just killing me. Oh man. My quads are killing me. My calf is killing me. Like it hurts, but it's like my leg is like a sore hurt, and it's like really shitty. So hopefully it's a good sign. I'm nervous for the finale. Yeah. See. Wait. Yeah, he's awake.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a good episode to set things up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're setting up. Like you
Me
killed
neither.
you killed the main character.
They didn't
Main
kill them. They
characters.
chopped off their heads, and then they talked about in episode 3 that you can live with having their head chopped off for I can't remember how long it is. It's an hour or two or something like that. So now you have a race against the clock. Yeah. So it's gonna be this race against the clock, and then where are their plans for them? It's not just trying to kill them; it's they have plans for them.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's only one episode left. This is the penultimate.
Yep.
Next week is it. It's a 2-hour episode, which I didn't know, which is awesome. I love that. Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back. I just how
waiting hand and foot to see to figure out how.
Well, I mean, and we saw at the beginning that Louis has his head at the beginning, and we know that's the future. So
yeah. And we got Turtle. What's up? Turtle GNG.
So the time window in season 3, episode 3, Toronto. Dr. Farid explained that lesser vampires can survive head separation for roughly 2 hours. Because Lestat's powerful bloodline, Farid estimated Lestat can survive between 8 to 10 hours before permanent death.
So you just put the head back on, like
so, stitch it.
You know, like you spit and then just kind of like squish it in, like or you just like super glue it together. I was gonna say crazy glue to the rescue.
Exactly. Get some duct tape.
You didn't see Daniel though?
Yes, you did.
Didn't you see? Daniel, right? Daniel, they both turned around, and it's both of them.
So it was like Armand chopped off Lestat, and Daniel chopped off Louis. Is that what it was?
I don't remember. Which one
searching correctly. I think that was exactly it.
Was it? Okay. I know I said, did y'all read any of the books?
I
read 3 of them.
Yeah, it's been years though. Read them when I was way too young to be reading them, to be honest.
Yeah. Regeneration. Yeah, because I know they do have like regeneration and stuff like that. So
yeah, but the head can't be off for over, so it's like Lestat after 8 to 10 hours, he can't have his head off.
Yeah. Healing factors and stuff like that. Yeah. I just how, like because they turned around and were walking away, so if they have a plan, do they have one of their minions pick up the body and the heads, and they're gonna do something with it?
Lestat having being headless, I think was set up a little bit in the whole the season,
like the first episode.
Yeah, they talked about that. I feel like that, and we saw Daniel there at the auction. We saw Armand.
Did you see Daniel at the auction? I
remember Armand definitely there.
Hey, Armand. You see Raglan. You see
obviously Louis. So Louis,
I would have to double check if we do see Daniel. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense. We all know you're a vampire.
Come on, Brandon. We all know you're a vampire.
Yeah.
Gotta have your secrets.
Yeah, but it was such a good episode, man. It was such a good episode. Yeah. That's why I was like, this episode, they gotta be up for some awards. Right? They got to. At the very least, Claudia, for that scene. At the very least.
Her performance is just so good. Oh my God.
But I would even say Lestat this season, like him doing the Claudia song, what Stain Eyes or Stained Glass, whatever it was, like that was a great moment, No,
I agree. I agree with the love, all the emotion with it. It just was so good.
Yeah. That was so good. Oh man. All right. That's about go from that to House of the Dragon.
Yeah, let's get this done so we can get.
Where's one slap people? I'm like, stupid. Stop being stupid. Yeah, would you rather be a vampire, ghost, witch, or werewolf?
Witch,
I guess, because it's the most
That's a tough
human.
one.
the closest to human, and I could go be like the
Yeah.
Witcher. And those witches off the Witcher, like you know.
Yeah, I'd probably say witch too. You know, vampires, just the idea of having to drink blood and not being able to go out during the daytime. That's a no for me. And ghost doesn't seem fun at all.
And Casper wasn't happy.
Where
Yeah.
no,
Any
and
happy ghost?
for being a werewolf, no, there's no way that would just be painful. Having to transform and have my bones like break and rearrange into a different position, and then I wake up somewhere weird, like naked in the woods, covered in blood. No,
you wake up like naked in the middle of Grant Park.
Yeah, there's no way.
Run
naked in the
yeah,
Fray,
werewolf seems like the
Chicago
least.
edition.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to say American Werewolf in Chicago, but that seems a little redundant. Yeah. But yeah, werewolf seems like the least of it, because I was like, oh, you don't even get to have fun as a werewolf. Like, you become a werewolf and you don't remember shit. Like a
Yeah.
vampire, and is like, would be my number 2, I guess, because a ghost means you're dead, and
You're
like
dead. Yeah.
you can
Eventually.
haunt people. At least a vampire is like you're dead, but like
You're
You
like
can live and do.
Yeah,
You can live
kind
your
of
afterlife.
be
now.
living.
yeah, you're like
Yeah.
figuratively dead.
Yeah. Where a witch is still like, if you want to stop doing witchy shit, you can just like,
You could
I'm gonna
just-
take
yeah.
a break.
You could just
Yeah.
not do it.
Well,
Yeah.
this century, I'm not
Yeah.
doing any witches stuff. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely witch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mom Bear's like, witch, thank you. Witch. Mom Bear, that's an image. Oh man. It said Sheila for a 5 minute
Needs award.
5 minutes needs award.
Mhm.
For sure. It's one night of full moon or blood moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's one night, and it's one very painful night where you don't remember anything, and you
Mhm.
literally have people's blood on your hands. I don't want to
Like, what
kill
the
anyone.
hell happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you
Like,
and then you
yeah.
and then you turn on the news. Oh, 10 people around the city were found torn to shreds and their body parts in different places.
Oh,
Half
yeah.
eaten.
that was me.
Like, holy
Yeah.
crap! I woke up with blood all over me. I did that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ghosts, you can possess people, but I mean,
Mhm.
do you want to though?
I don't want to possess people. I want to be me.
I don't want to be on the
Yeah.
outside. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Ghost out my haters.
Mhm.
I mean, you can still mess up your haters as a witch or a vampire.
Yeah.
In order, witch, vampire, ghost, and wolf. That's my order, Malver. That's my order.
Yep. Okay. I might go ghost over vampire.
Oh. Well, if it follows like supernatural lore, like isn't like every ghost after a while starts to turn like
Go
evil?
evil. Yep. No matter what. Vampire, you can fight the thirst and all that stuff. And you
can be a
17 let you
slayer.
live.
You could be Blade.
100%.
Yeah. Go to raves and kill a bunch of people.
Say sorry afterwards. My bad.
If I was a ghost, I would prank people. Isn't that just haunting? Like, if you're a ghost and you prank people, then that means you just haunt people. Or just be a ghost and like, yeah, right. Just be a ghost and just live at the haunted mansion my whole life, or my whole ghost life. Like, actually mess with people.
Oh man,
that'd be hilarious. Oh man, damn, that's a good question. All right,
let's do this because I am pooped and I am tired.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm like, I don't think we're gonna do any movie reviews because
I am so tired.
Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about some hot D because.
All right,
let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome back, Spoiler Kings. We are talking House of the Dragon, episode 4. I think this was Trumbletown, whatever town they're
yeah,
trying to talk
whatever
about.
it is.
yeah.
There's so many villages and castles and towns and in the show. I always forget. It's so easy. Same thing with like all these character names. There's like 15 Aegons, and different versions of Rhaenyra's and Daenerys and Rhaenyra. And it was like, what? Like fucking George R. Martin was like, I'm just gonna change that.
It was a very popular name in the early 1500s.
What, Aegon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the fourth episode, which picks up where the last one left off. Obviously, we got she's still trying to figure out how to get money. Damon is trying to figure out how to get money. I love Dan. What's his name? Dan Fogel. Was it Dan Fogelman? I can't remember the hell name, but from Balls of Fury.
Dan Fogelman.
Was it Dan Fogelman?
Mm-hmm.
That might be one of my biggest surprises of the entire show. I was like, I did not expect to see him.
I had to do a double take because at first I was like, yeah. I was like, holy crap, that's Dan Fogelman. Holy crap, that is him. And I had to, I had to like look close at first, and then I had to rewind it. I'm like, holy crap, that is Dan Fogelman. What the hell is he doing here?
I don't know how he gets like he gets lucky, but not full luck. Like he's part of the Harry Potter universe, but not the good part. He's part of the Game of Thrones universe, but not the best part. But it's like
you're like the stepchild, the stepchild that's a middle child.
Yeah, like he's part of the Star Wars universe, but kind of a offshoot of Star Wars fandom universe. So but I do love him. I think he's a really funny actor. So seeing him show up was kind of interesting. And he has a little bit more in this one, because he winds up becoming the what is it called? The coin keeper, the king of coin, or what the hell is it called? The money guy,
or whatever that was.
Yeah. The Lord of Coin or whatever they call it. And so definitely he's definitely one of my like oh crap like moments that I really like. Just because I like him as an actor.
Me too.
Yeah. Balls of Fury is such an underrated comedy. It's so stupid.
I agree.
It's so stupid, but it's funny.
I've always enjoyed Balls of Fury. I think it's so underrated.
Yeah. All right. But so we got everyone looking for money. We got the side story of the who is it? The Aegon, the burnt brother. He's still trying to figure. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I don't even know what the point of that is, honestly. Like
the family, and then she has to, any challenges to the throne need to be beheaded and killed.
But is anybody going to remember? Well, is anybody going to recognize him? I'm like, he's burnt.
Anyone who sees it in the family, I think, will recognize him, and the nobles will recognize him.
Yeah, maybe. I just like I appreciate him getting his karma, for being such an asshole, and now he's getting kind of the payback he deserves. So I appreciate seeing that, but I feel like with somebody like that, it's not going to really like
matter
change him. It's just gonna be like, oh, remember all those people that like made me kiss their feet, that killed them all, like kill their family, kill their dogs, like kill everybody,
kill their mother.
Yeah. So
see what I did there.
Yeah. Yeah. So Corlys is taking off. He's the hand of the king still, which is interesting. I'm surprised he didn't give that up, or I'm surprised she let him keep it after the shit she said.
I think that she understood that was true.
Yeah, and especially after realizing it's like I could have just dyed their hair,
and all of my bastards could have been just fine,
more legitimate.
Yeah.
That was another thing from last episode that I see everyone talking about now, and I forgot about it until I started seeing all the memes when it was Rhaenyra comes into the room and she's talking to Alicent and she's like, "Where's my money?" And Alicent's like, what? She's like, it's such a great moment because like she was like, you talking to me? And I'm like, what the hell is this show, man? Because sometimes it does shit like that where you're just like what?
Say what you're queen is what you want right here now.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the whole another dumb thing. I know me and Brian talked about it, earlier today was the whole rat thing. It took some person who was like, cats exist, right? It's like,
yeah. We on ships, we just get a couple of cats. We're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, and having a bunch of cats run around is a lot more pleasant than having a bunch of rats run around. So it was like, yeah, that's what you do. Just gift every house a cat. Like, here you go. Here's a cat. It's gonna feed itself because there's rats everywhere. So you're good. So.
Dude, it was so stupid because it was like idiotic that no one thought about that. They don't have any damn rat catchers, and you have no cats. Like no one thinks about any of this stuff.
Yeah. What a name for Harry Peck going on here. Aegon is part of the Goonies. He is Prince of Pennies, the Duke of Dollars, Lord of Coin. The Lord of Coin, Duke of Dollars. I like that. Yeah. So it says you're going really right after discussing this episode of Hot Tea. Yeah. It's I'm trying to think of like major things that happen.
That's just it.
In this episode.
That's just it. It felt like nothing happened.
It
was such a thin air nothing episode. It felt like if this episode was a food, it would be Lay's potato chips. It was just nothing. It was
no flavor, just regular.
It was flavorless air.
Yeah, because nothing really happened where I was like, oh wow, it's just where who said it? What the heck? Oh yeah, we go. When Damon and his daughter's reunion, was it Raina? Whatever her daughter. That was a good moment. That was an interesting moment because that was the only one where I'm like, what is he gonna do? Like is he gonna
not gonna protect me? I'm gonna protect my little me, whatever it takes.
Yeah, and I think he did the right thing. What do you guys think? Like he went to her and said like, hey, here's the dude. He's dead. He was just some random guy. He was no one important. So you're good. We're never gonna see the dragon again. So don't even bother hunting anymore. It gave her a peace of mind, and it also kind of saved his daughter. It's gonna come and bite him in the ass for sure.
Yeah.
When the dragon shows up again. But I think he did the right thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards. Morally, I think it was
Vanessa.
Yeah, I think it was the right thing to do. But I think there's definitely going to be consequences coming up probably as soon as the next episode or
100%, and they need to be ready for all the consequences.
Yeah.
But same thing with you, Brian.
Yep. No, I agree 100%. And if they're not ready to deal with all the consequences, it's going to be. I just want something to happen. That's all. Honestly, I just want something to go down in this, in the next episode that doesn't just have me sitting there watching everyone and being in shock like, oh, that's not your son. Oh no, we already knew this. And then, nothing else really. Damon comes back after they say, cool, whatever. It's just nothing big occurred.
Yeah. I don't even get what the Hightower, what the other dude who has his nephew, he dyed his hair because it seems like he's trying to like not have him be a Targaryen anymore. I thought he was gonna have him kill his dragon. I thought that's what he was gonna have him do. Instead, he just had him kill like the
Me
other
too.
guy from earlier in the episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the way he keeps talking about the dragon is like, oh, that's a
Me too.
it's not the right thing. He called it a beast and whatever he said. So I thought he was gonna have him kill the dragon, but also I think that would be a dumb move to like
Try to kill a dragon and then have to deal with whatever's left.
But not only that, it's like you're gonna get rid of your best weapon, like because you're fighting other dragons, so you need to have at least one on your side, But yeah, but I was wondering if that's what he was gonna have him do, like completely denounce his Targaryen side of everything,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That would be really interesting.
Yeah. But even then, I don't get what he's gonna do, because it's like at this point, it's like if anybody comes back, it's like I'm the rightful king, I'm next in line, and she's like, all right, cool, chop his head off, Damon. Before they even get to the castle, like he's gonna go after him and kill him.
Yep. If she's
so
outside, she'll do the same thing. She will go after them and try to kill him.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I don't get what you're trying to do. You're like, oh, he's the rightful heir. I was like, so at this point, it's like cool. Like it's not even a matter of like who's the rightful heir to the throne. Is like she's sitting on the throne at this point. So it's like, it's not like she's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Like you're gonna have to kill her, and in order to kill her, you have to go through a lot of people.
Yep.
A lot of dragons.
What did you think about Damon finding his daughter again, and then her just saying, "I can't go back."
With her,
yeah, I can't go back. I can't go back with you. She'll look at me. She'll kill me for what I did to her son.
Yeah, I think it's part guilt too. I think she feels guilty, and she's like, she goes, she won't forgive me, and she's like, I got the thing is like, she kind of like, I can't forgive myself either.
I feel like she never had a real parent that's had her back.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Very true. Yeah. She's the wild card. I think she's for me the real wild card, because I'm really curious to see what she does and who she aligns with. Because she asked her dad, she's like, hey, like just look the other way, and she was kind of asking him like, hey, like let me go, and he's like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But then he does, but she doesn't know that, so it's like, how is that going to affect everything?
Well, I don't think that matters to him, because like as he said, that was the one child that he's like, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Also, with her hair, did she cut it, or
she cut her hair, like she cut it,
or did the dragon burn it? You know what I mean?
I understand, but
she
looked
also looked kind of beat up. Yeah, like she cut it off.
Yeah,
because it was like a sloppy job. Like she literally
she looked beat the shit. Yeah,
she looked beat the shit.
Only tore off from the floor up. That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, she's riding this giant dragon, this feral dragon with no saddle or anything. So, and the dragon's not gentle at the very least. She's So yeah,
right.
Yeah, the Allison picking at her skin. I think she's freaking out a little bit, but I wonder. I don't know, because everything was it Rhaenyra, right? What the fuck is the queen's name? Oh, it's 3 seasons in. Rhaenyra. She keeps telling him, she's like, I'm not gonna hurt people. She's like, I would have forgiven him, right? Or I would not have let him die, and this and that. So it's like, it just goes against everything that Allison was like, oh, she's gonna kill us all if we don't take charge, like all that bullshit. She's like, I wouldn't have done that, so, but I feel like Allison still knows like her kids are alive, maybe that mother instinct kind of thing, and she knows that's going to turn into like a big fight,
an issue.
Yeah. They are the oldest men, and they are trying to take the throne.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I get what they're trying to do. I just don't get like,
you're 6 years old. Why are you doing this right now? You could have done this before.
Yeah. Armand Hightower is like a political figure, nasty behind the closed doors, nice in public. Exactly. you know, because I'm like, oh, that's pretty nice of him that he like, you know, did that, you know, like, oh, you hit a woman and you did this and blah blah blah, like, you know, the punishment was pretty correct, you know, wild, you know, but in public he's like, oh, this dude struck one of my guys, he can't live, you know, so
yeah,
I thought that was kind of intense, but he's just a care. I don't know, I just don't care. It doesn't make sense,
At
you
the
know.
end of the day, yeah, I agree. I understand.
I'm like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go over there with your one dragon and your army is like, I'm a high tower. We're supposed to have the throne.
We're
It
the
was like,
rightful people, whatever.
you know, especially like you're not gonna get the people, you know, all the people in King's Landing. They got the worst possible life under a high tower, you know, / Targaryen. It was like they're not gonna want that back. Meanwhile, she's out here like, oh, I robbed the rich to give you guys food, you know, and then she's like, oh, here's cats, you know, like everyone loves cats, and they get rid of all the rats, you know, so it's like the people are going to be behind her, I feel like, so it's like, yeah, I don't
think
know,
it's gonna be enough
I don't
time
get
to do it. Yeah,
she won't be there for long time, but for a good time. She won't be there for a long time, but she's there for a good time.
100%.
Yeah. That Raina got all my nerves since last season. Her character just wanted to shake her. Like,
Yeah,
Don't blame you. Mhm.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Darren, that's who it was. Because I remember me and you were trying to figure out what the kid's name was earlier.
Yep.
Darren looks like Allison. Yeah, they did a good job with
I
that.
don't know if he did. Oh no, the real Darren, the real Darren.
Yeah. Especially after dyeing his hair, you know. Raina is Felicia from Friday.
Awesome.
That's great.
Bye,
That is
Felicia.
That's great. Queen of Bastards. Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, that dude, I forgot his name, but that dude was asking, he was asking a lot of favors, man. I was like, I feel like you should just shut up, take your knighthood and kind of go get drunk. It's like, instead he's asking favors. And in turn, she's like, oh, well, you can't go to those places. Like, you're not allowed to, you know? So, but then he threw that at her. He's like, oh, well, you know, people are talking shit about you in the streets, you know? So, and I wonder if that may be a thing that people, yeah, see, that even goes against what I just said. You know, if the people like her, but then they're putting that stuff on walls, so obviously some people don't like her. But I was like, is it just because it's a female? Because like
time of the day or whatever it is.
That's my thing, is like, you lived under Hightower Targaryen, you know, rule with Aegon, and you got screwed. But you still like, well, we can't have her. She's the Queen of Bastards. Who gives a shit at this point? It's like, you know, like, do the common folk really care as long as they like, can I live a good life?
Exactly. What about this is going to change my life right now?
Yeah. And also, I would be that so far away from King's Landing right now. I was like, there's too many dragons flying around before.
Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, there's already a bunch of dragons. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's basically the Gotham City of this world. You know, just why are you living here?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly. Oh man. They got her. Then the men roughed everyone up, making her more hated. Yeah, which I thought was interesting. You know,
Agreed.
So I just don't go. It's like, you do a good thing for the people, but then you do that, you know, and then you send these guys out and they're gonna, you know, beat up a bunch of people for like no reason. Like, you know, she's literally sending ice out into King's Landing. You look like you would have wrote that on the wall and then beat the shit out of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. For me, that's why for me the show it's so. I don't get it. I don't get it. People are like, it's the greatest show, you know, and Collector, I love you, man. And I know you love the show. I personally, I just don't get it. It's not a bad show. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad show. It's just
no.
I don't know. Something about it's just not
A lot
not
of
great.
it. Yeah, it's not really sticking and leaving as much as an impression. The show, for me, it started out really, really strong. Like I think my
season
favorite season is season 1. Season
Mhm.
2, I thought kind of had like flickers of good moments, but the end, the way it ended, just really let me down. And now, with considering everything that they promised with the way that the last season ended, they really, really needed to put their foot in this shit and really deliver. But as it stands, it's just so mid.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. Lauren said like season 2 had a slump, writer strike, and dragged. Yeah. But kind of exactly what Brandman said. It was like season 2 had a very lackluster finale, and I was expecting them to really hit the floor running.
Season 3. Yeah.
Especially this is the second to last season. They already said we're only getting season 3 and 4, and then that's it. So I was like, oh, so I feel like it should be all out. And
Yeah.
And
you know, I don't want the next season to be like a rushed cram job.
Which I'm afraid is going to happen.
That's what I'm fearing more and more.
And you know the rest because you know what happens. And you just like get you on your way. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. A Stark comes in charge. It's even like because you know the algorithm is going to algorithm, you know, and it sees me watching like House of Dragon and looking things up. It's like I've been getting so many Game of Thrones clips, and I catch myself watching it because Game of Thrones was such an amazing show, minus the ending. But like just everything, and I'm like, and I'm watching these clips, you know, on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, how a decade later is this show still better? Like House of Dragon will always feel like a cheap knockoff of Game of Thrones. I mean, it's great. It looks pretty.
Seven Kingdoms able to do what it's supposed to do. So I don't know. We'll see how.
Yeah,
all of them turn out.
But like Night of the Seven Kingdoms, at least for the first season, we'll see how it goes. But that felt like, oh, here's a story in the world, which is fine, you know, and that's what I was expecting. This seems like, oh, here's like a prequel, but it just seems like it just seems like a cheap knockoff of stuff I already saw before. You know, and this episode specifically was just like, what are we doing? You know, I'm like, it was an hour of me just being kind of like not
like hurry up and change and do something better.
You know, I don't know. You know, this is supposed to be the Civil War. Instead, we you know, we got them like talking about rats, I guess, you know, but then is the storm going to be like, you know, a rush job where you're just like, wait, what happened? You know, and
it definitely could be.
Yeah. Prequels are tough because people know where things are going and you have to get to a certain point. Yeah. 100%. Like then that's always an issue with prequels, you know. And I was like, you know how it ends, you know, and it doesn't end well. You know, like at all. Like the whole fucking franchise, like, did not end well with you know, Bran becoming king. You know, you know. So, but also like, I expect a good ride. You know, for a prequel, I expect, you know, some good storytelling, some good things. You know, and yeah, we got dragons fighting. We're
what you talked about having all the time. You know, dragons fighting, but you know, But we didn't even get dragons fighting.
How much? Yeah, how much in 2.5 seasons? How much dragon fighting have we got? I feel like not enough.
Yeah,
I feel like not enough. You know, you know, especially like, and I always say, especially in a time when it's supposed to be a bunch of dragons, supposed to be magic and stuff like that. Like I remember watching a clip recently of Arya, you know, with the blade, and it's like Valyrian steel, and she's showing it to Jon, and they're like, "Oh, that's Valyrian steel," and he's like, "Oh, look what I got! Oh, that's Valyrian steel." I was like, now watching it, I was like, "Oh, none of it fucking matters." Like the Valyrian, like
right.
Like they don't even talk about Valyrian steel that way, you know. So it's like, yeah, you know. So
I agree.
yeah, you know, at the very least, I need more dragons, you know, and having them
And
there,
have them do something and fight, and then
Yeah,
understand who's doing
exactly.
what.
Exactly. Just having them there isn't enough. Like I need to see them fight. I need to see them fight. You know, doing a cool close-up shot of like Damon's, you know, snaky dragon, you know, cool.
Let
What
them
else?
do something, wrap around a animal and have that problem.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, like it's more fighting. More fighting. Very disappointing episode. It's just boring. Boring.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just at least there was some kind of sense of substance on and off with the last season, but
Mhm.
this one is just so it's
Just
I'm losing my
disappointing.
train of thought tonight.
That's it. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
disappointing. It's not enough.
it's just flat. It's not
Bradman said it's
Yeah,
unsalted,
you know,
unflavored
there's
Lay's
nothing
potato
stand
chips.
out. Yep, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just
Mhm.
nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just you know, I expected something. It's very vapid. That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned with this season.
Yeah. Hoping Lord of the Rings Unforgotten is good. Yeah, because I mean, again, it's a prequel, so you know kind of where it's going and where it needs to end. You know, but you at least hope for like a good story. You know,
Yeah, you always got hope for it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We see more of Rhaenyra's
Yes.
sons dying than dragons. That's true.
That's right. Oh my god,
That is funny. That is funny. At this point, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
You know, like a good moment I thought in this episode was Aegon finding his dragon and kind of crying.
Loving him and trying
You
to,
know,
yeah.
hold him and talking Valerian to him, you
Mhm.
know, and trying to say rise and he's not dead, he's not dead. I was like, that was a good moment. Like, but it was so quick,
Yep. Yeah, it was. It 100% was.
you know, and I would like to see
No
more of
substance
that as
behind
well.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to see more of that. You know, because then also like, do they just let the dragons die? There's like, they're dead.
We don't
Just
need
let
them.
them. Yeah, I feel like the Targaryens should like bring the bodies back and handle them properly rather than one's just hanging, you know, or not hanging, but he's dead, you know, crashed through a wall dead, you know, one's in the forest dead. I was like, are you just like that, whatever about the dragons afterward? You know, I don't know. I don't know. How many left out of the 6? What do you mean?
Kids.
Oh, the 6 kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Shit, how many are? That's a good question. I
3?
lost track.
4.
4? No, there's more. There's less than 4 left. I would say at least half of them are dead, all right? I would have to.
No, so the 2
remember.
sons are gone. The other son is still alive, right? Yeah, 2 queens. So, and
I would have to look it up. Yeah,
I think 3.
yeah. One died in birth. 2 for sure died in battle. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the one that died in birth.
Yep.
That one counts. Yeah, I was like, you better leave your son over there. Exactly. Yeah, but we like the dragons. The other dragons are cool.
Yeah.
They look great. I think visually they're awesome. It was just like, I'm assuming that's why they probably haven't had enough too many fights, is because it's probably a lot of money to make it.
Choreograph any of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah. Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not. I feel like we're not getting a whole lot of them. You know, or at least not as much as I'd, you know, kind of hope for.
Yeah, because we had the
The
first episode.
just kind of
that was it.
Yeah,
Or the
I don't know.
second
They just kind of feel like props
Mm-hmm.
episode.
on
Yeah.
this season in particular.
Accessories or whatever.
Yes.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then real quick, Monique said, I missed this one earlier that talking about Queen of Bastards on the wall, and she's like, low key, Corliss wrote it on his way out.
Ha! Make sure this is always around.
That's funny. Yeah. Oh man, but I don't know. I mean, unless you guys got anything else to bring up about the episode,
There's nothing to talk about. It just wasn't that good. It wasn't that interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
it
I
was
was
just
trying to think of moments, but
yeah. If I had to sum up this episode, I'd just say it
Milk
just
toast.
exists. Milk toast, yeah. It's just there. It just exists.
it is episode 4. Yeah. It's not a filler. It's just the stuff it does is kind of just okay.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. There's still stuff. It's not the penultimate, is it?
No, we still have 2 more.
Yeah.
Well, because I think it's
No, we
8 or
got 2
10.
more. It's 8, right?
How many is it? It's probably 8.
4 more to go. As Lauren
So
says.
we're halfway through. So this feels like a halfway through. Yeah, 4 more to go. This feels like a halfway mid-season kind of thing. It's like, we're just gonna slowly move through stuff. Or like, we'll do a little bit there, a little bit there. Nothing major happens, and then hopefully it's starting to pick up towards the back end of the season. We'll see. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think we'll finish that there. Yeah, with episode 4 of House of Dragon. It was a little boring. Little whatever.
Could be more entertaining, but it's okay. It's still we're still positive on it. So
yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see. Episode 5 comes out next week. We'll be back next Monday talking about that episode. See what happens. Hopefully, we get a lot more stuff going on in that episode. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this episode. Let us know what you think about the show so far. If you know where it's kind of going, you got some ideas and some theories, let us know in the comment section. And we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us in the live chat, all the awesome comments talking about this episode. But we want you guys to stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic. Oh shit. But that was one thing. I'm like watching the episode, and I remember being about halfway through the episode. I was like, "What the fuck are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?" Like
nothing, because it didn't happen.
It was like, "Okay, cool. She needs money."
Yeah, exactly.
Damon goes finds money. I mean, the Damon part was probably the best part,
Mhm.
and then the thing at the end happened. I don't even think that was good. It was just like whatever. Yeah.
They didn't give enough entertaining things that furthers the episode. That's all. That's the primary problem.
Yeah. Just like I said, watching The Vampire Lestat and then watching this, and I'm like, how is one show one of the best things on TV this year, and the other one is like Game of Thrones?
Yeah, still trying to find their foothold right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is just me, but as great as The Vampire Lestat is, it's not getting enough attention for me.
1,000%.
I agree.
More people need to talk about it.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like enough people are talking about it for me, and that just really I'm just that just doesn't sit right with me.
No. Everyone's talking about House of Dragon. I mean, I get it's HBO, but
it's HBO. Yeah, more people have access to it. Game of Thrones has a lot more
following and people
following
so
and
much.
tenure on TV, but you know, I think I just think they're making all the right moves with the interview with the vampire Lestat series. I think everything is spot on with it. I think that you know, the alterations they've made for the show, how the way they've deviated from the book is for the better, because
Mhm.
it suits what they're going
Mhm.
for. And having read the books, it you know, it really works for me, and they're capturing like it's respecting the books, but it's doing its own thing. You know, while being a faithful enough adaptation.
Yeah.
So I think when you hit that sweet spot,
Yeah.
you know, you're pretty much golden. But you know, it just I wish more. You know, I'm recommending it to my friends. I'm telling my friends they need to go watch it. I don't know if
100%.
they're actually doing it, but
At least you can show you lead them to the water. You can't make them drink.
yeah.
So, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lead them to
Yeah.
the milk of
Yeah.
magnesia.
Mhm.
You can't make them drink.
Mhm.
You know, because even like me right now, I went on just YouTube and I typed in Vampire Lestat episode 6 review.
Mhm.
You know, and you know, the naughty librarian, because she's always been talking about it, you know, and then you know, everyone else has like a couple thousand views. Real Rejects, you know, has like, you know, 18,000 views, which is good.
Mhm.
You know, but I just feel like, you know, and even this show right now is up there, you know, which is crazy. You know, it's like how is our show up? You know, when I type this in a YouTube search, you know, I feel
Mhm.
like I appreciate it. It's awesome. I love it, but
Mhm.
also it's like there's
It
like
has
so
nothing to
many
do with
bigger
me.
channels,
Mhm.
you know, that they're talking about it, you know, so you know, even Tina, you know, I know Tina last week had like uh a killer episode. Yeah, and there you go. It
Yeah,
just
and we
popped up.
talked about it.
19,000 views. It has
Yeah.
19,000 views, you know, but that's last week's episode. You know, and it's just like, yeah, you know, how many views she got on this episode? She got 11. Damn, man. Oh, we need to bring her on. She got 11,000 episodes for episode 6 review, which is awesome.
Yep.
She has 32,000 views for a video talking about Akasha has finally spoken. What does it mean?
Yep.
And that came out 3 days ago. So that came out before the episode.
People love it. People really want to know about it.
Yeah. And I know she's a book person, so she knows like the details and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. We definitely we got to get her on. Either like if we do like a season review at the end or something like that, you know, because you know, maybe next week we just do you know, episode review, and then you know, maybe we'll do like a
Bring it on like a
review.
round table.
Yeah.
See how what
Yeah.
you think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, not enough people talking about it. Not enough people talking about it. You know, because I even told my sister, like, you got to watch it. You know, one, my mom recommended it, and when my mom recommends things, we're like, okay, you know,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like, you know,
Watch
yeah.
this.
I still bring it up to her. I was like, I will never forgive you for you saying you hated what they do in the shadows. She goes, oh, because she watched it before I did. And she goes, oh, I didn't like it. It was not good. It wasn't good. And then for years, I didn't watch it. And then me and Erica started dating, and we finally watched it. I'm like, this is great. This is
good.
amazing. Yeah. This is like one of my like it's so funny. It's great. And I told her, I'm like, I can't take your recommendations anymore. So my mom's saying,
What
like,
we do in the
watch
shadows
it. Good.
Yeah, what we do in the shadows is one of the greatest things ever made.
It's so
especially the especially like when I heard they were doing a show, I'm like, when I first heard it, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, because I think the movie is hilarious too. But then I'm like, this might work. There's kind of a lot they could potentially do with a show.
Yeah.
You know,
I never watched the
stretch
show.
this out into a show.
Yeah. My wife watched it. She loved it. She
show
binged
is
it. She loves it. Yeah.
The show is great. I absolutely love the movie. And then when I heard they're doing a show, I'm like, I don't know how I feel, but I'm gonna give it a watch because this is a premise they could probably do a lot with in the context of a show, and they did. They made the most of the premise.
Yeah.
There's and I think the show lasted just as long as it needed
Sure.
to. They didn't. It never wore out its welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like Ring of Power coming back in November. I love Rings of Power. I love the first season when people were hating on it. I loved the first season. The second season was even better. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
I gotta finish the second season. I never finished it.
It's good. The second season was really good. Now y'all know how I feel about Wonder Man and Man on Fire. I think Wonder Man was getting a lot of hate just because it's Marvel, and everything like that. But like it wound up being
stuff like that.
Yeah. So Man on Fire just didn't get anybody talking at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But Wonder Man, it's Marvel, and then they were doing a race swap, so you had those people pissed off, and then and then it was a TV show, so you have the anti it's a Disney Plus show, so it's gonna suck. So like Wonder Man was an uphill battle for sure, but it was really good. It was really good.
I really enjoyed Wonder Man.
Yeah,
it was.
Brian
it was a different.
exactly.
It was a
I
breath of
am
fresh
done,
air.
guys.
Yeah, but oh man, but cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and I got up at 4. So
damn. Yeah, at least I got like an hour nap before that's why I was late to stream and knocked out with my kids, putting them to bed, and I fell asleep. And then Erica woke me up. I saw you text me, and I didn't even see the text because I didn't hear it. Erica came in, she goes, "Don't you have a show?" I was like, "Huh? What?" She's like, "Don't you have a show?" Like, what time is it? Like, oh shit.
After I left you, I ended up going to Bronzeville and then Pullman and then getting home.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
No,
I thought you were coming home from work.
I had other things. So I went, I had stuff in the suburbs, and there was so much on the suburbs I had to go back into the city because
that sucks.
There was a meeting, so I had to get that together, and I had paint in the back to get to them. So I went and did that, and then came home. And then after waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm done today.
Damn, that's a lot of driving too.
Yeah, I went over 350 miles today.
Damn. But can you write that off as a tax? I mean, you can't write it off as a business expense, right?
That's not because it's an S corp. Nope.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the bed. Let the bodies hit the bed.
Exactly. All right. Let's get out of here. Yeah, we'll see if we can review some off.
Yeah, we need to get the movies.
Yeah, we got Minions and Moana. We could definitely talk about that. I doubt Brian's gonna watch Evil Dead. Me and Brian can do Evil Dead.
I literally will never do Evil Dead, even if my life depends on it. Like, no, I'm good.
If we all need to collectively do Moana, I'll subject myself to that for the greater good.
You honestly, you don't have to.
It's fine. Either way,
it's like you said, it's copy and paste.
Can I just watch the original and say I watched this one?
I mean, no, they've changed a few things. The hairs is crazy.
There's
visuals. Well, some of them are good, some of them are bad. Some things I didn't appreciate. It seems like it was wasn't put enough money put into to be production value high enough to be a high grossing movie.
Which is crazy because then it wasn't like 250 or something like that. It was a lot of money put into it, but you're like, where? Half of it went to The Rock. But we'll do some off-stream reviews and put them up because we usually make those a little shorter anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I'll watch Evil Dead and we can review that one, Brand Man. Yeah, so you never know. Yeah, then Minions, we'll do that one too. Can we get Brandon a Maui wig?
No, you cannot get a Maui wig get me a Maui wig for that. No, I would not do that to myself.
We'll just
If
say
you find
it's
it
so glow.
and you send it, we'll find a way to give it to him.
I'm not. No. Absolutely not. Put that sleeping animal, that dead animal on my head.
A dead rat. That's fine. All right. I would give them enough liquor, and they're like, "Hey, check this out. See what happens." It's like, how can you do karaoke, Moana karaoke, without the proper wig?
Exactly.
I would like to finish memorizing your welcome for
exactly
for that song for your welcome.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
Instagram. That's just my just.
Let's get out of here. Kidnap him and send him. All right. Let's get out of here. We will see you guys Thursday. Talk X-Men and a few other things as well. It was so good. Yeah, John Campio's wrong.
100%
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah, let's get out of here and then we'll get ready for the Odyssey. Ooh, the Odyssey's this week.
Let's go.
Yep.
Fun.
Let's go.
Fun. So, but we will see you guys on Thursday. Make sure you check out Dynasty Pylon. Brian's gonna be there talking football, getting ready for that because that's right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Yeah, it's gonna start in like 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah. So it's gonna be quick. Because what August is when we get preseason games, right?
Preseason, yep. First week of August.
Yeah.
2nd, I think.
Nice. So yeah. So if you're into some football, fantasy football, Bear stuff, check out Dynasty Pylon. But let's get out of here. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys later.
Peace.
See you soon.
The board has concluded the call.